Well, boys, here we are. Welcome, everybody. That green screen line weren't there earlier. Hello, welcome to the 2025 MXBGP Championship. Today, we are here at France. We are at round one. We are at Saint-Jean-d'Angely. I have bought this tie especially for today. Realised I didn't have a blazer, so we're just rocking. We're raw dogging it with the shirt. So, today, gamers, I am not racing. I am a commentator today. You may notice I'm also using this microphone. Reason being, this one is currently a little bit broken, and I was moving around my setup earlier trying to get this bloody thing behind me to work properly and green screen its way out, and yeah, this broke, so I need to buy a new one of these. So unfortunately you're gonna have to deal with the OG old school in, still the same headset when I first started the channel, by the way, just throwing that out there, same headset as back in the day. But you've got me as your commentator today. We are here on the YouTube side of things. If you prefer watching streams on Twitch, then you can still do so. Cupcake is still going to be streaming over there, so then by all means feel free to go over and have a watch. I'm just here basically practicing today, and yeah, like you boys are saying, trying to be, I guess, the RC with a little bit more like background knowledge on the racing side of things. I mean, I've had the track now for what, 3 days already, so I know a lot of the lines. I know how it's going to be, and yeah, the chair is in front of me right here. I've got a stand-up desk, so it's up, so I'll probably be sitting down at some point, but hopefully we can, let's go for more of a James Stewart rather than a Ricky Carmichael. We don't want to be the boat. We want to be Bubba. Might have to put some face paint on, but I don't really think you're allowed to do that anymore in this day and age. So I'm probably going to do a little bit of back and forth. I've been also on the sticks, on the controller, trying to practice my free camera abilities, because I don't know how good the track cams are around here. But give me a second, because I actually need to try and keep up to date on all of the announcements today, since I have to go and get in the servers. There were 467 confirmed riders tonight, so to those of you that made it in the top 40, whether it's MX1 or MX2, you've done very, very well. By the looks of things, the qualifying times did seem to be quite close. I imagine you're probably looking at a high 48 maybe to get you in that top 40, maybe a low 49. So the laps I was running in the video, if anybody's watched the video that I posted earlier today, were 48s, 49s. I think there was like a 50 in there. So that was just laps getting around the track. That wasn't going super fast by any means. So hopefully we're going to have a good day of some MX Bikes gaming today. I'm kind of like 50-50 on annoyed on this commentating part and not playing, because I think the track is very, very good. Like, it does look fun. However, watching people trying to qualify on it, it did seem to me like people were struggling quite a lot. So if you haven't seen the track yet, I'll give you a quick little fly around. I was going to try and spin some laps whilst we're waiting in the meantime, but if any of you have ever tried playing stood up before, it's actually quite difficult. I don't know why. So we are, again, we're in France, Saint-Jean-d'Angely, very long start straight today, and realistically you don't want to be going like gate 1, but then you also don't want to be all the way out here on the left. You kind of want to be anywhere from here maybe to here. Luckily on this track, where it is such a long start straight, as long as you get a good jump out the gate, you are completely fine, to be honest. It's not all about who has gate 1 today, so if you qualify anywhere between that 5th to like 30th qualifying space, you should be okay. So let's go a little bit further around. We've got turn 1, we've got the whole shot line here. People do have a tendency of drifting quite far out wide coming into this corner. I imagine we're going to see quite a lot of front end tucks in this first corner today, so I will be setting up the camera here to begin with, and we'll be watching that. And going up the hill, we turn left. Now you've got two options up here. You can either hug further to the left, where this jump has a little bit of a steeper takeoff, and you can double your way up and over. I realise that I am completely covering the screen, so we'll do this instead. We're over here as well. Look at that seamless transition. Although I do now have like I've got like a black outline around my body. That looks pretty cool, actually. Okay. Yeah, you can start on the left-hand side here and double, and then kind of go towards the inside here in the corner. Alternatively, you can go on the right-hand side here, stay low by scrubbing, and then double over this way. You can still go to the inside after this. This rut right here is probably my favourite in this corner, I'll be honest. And then if you go all the way around the outside here, you can actually step off of this high part over this and then single down the hill. In my opinion, the outside in this corner is the fastest to then try and get this triple step up. I don't see a world where 250 riders get over this at all. I think this is purely a 450 line. If any of the 250 riders do want to prove me wrong, then by all means, go for it. And then this corner, just, it's basically like pick a line and hold on for dear life. Finish line jump, very, very easy to over jump. You do want to take your time over this a little bit. It's very easy to go a bit long and land in all these braking bumps, and not that at all. We then have, I mean, tight inside here, or this third rut over that follows all the way through, both very viable options. And then for the 450 boys, doesn't really matter where you go in this turn. You can still hit this tripper up the hill from the inside, from the middle, from the outside. Doesn't matter at all. It's absolutely fine. And then I'm pretty sure 250s will be able to trip up this hill as well if they go around the outside. This corner, again, doesn't matter too much. All the ruts are fairly samey. So it's worth, you know, as you're getting on in the race a little bit, once the road's kicking in, you might want to experiment, go a little bit wider than the far inside. This hill, however, I've seen causing people some problems. Where you're trying to get on the brakes, try and get the bike turned into the corner whilst going over some of these bumps, it has proved to be a little bit difficult for some people. So you need to be very, very careful going down here. So going around this right-hand corner, I don't think there's really an OP line. I think a lot of people are going to start inside, or they're going to kind of go thirdish rut, drift to the outside, then carry their speed up the hill. So up and round to the left, and we drop back down. This corner again, I wasn't a big fan of the inside when I tried it myself, I'll be honest. It wasn't amazing, but the middle and the outside both good. And then if you go outside around here, you get a big slingshot up the hill. However, if you do get in these two inside ruts nicely, you probably can compete with the outside lines as well. So I was just informed me there that a 48.5 was the cutoff for today. And this year, for the first time ever, instead of having, I think we've had 30 in the past, we've tried 35 as well, we are doing a 40-man gate today. So it's going to be absolutely carnage on the first lap. So another reason why I'm glad that I'm doing the commentating side of things today. And then over this tabletop, we have got the inside, I think, is the fastest if you can angle it and double your way into here and then stay high in the rut. Alternatively, you've got a very smooth outside if you're a little bit less skillful on the game, let's say, and in the nicest way possible. And you come down here, a little step down the hill, don't hit a front flip by mistake like I did in my video earlier today. And then around the outside, here's where you're going to want to be, drifting out into this wide line to get as much speed as possible for this next uphill, especially for those 250 riders. It's going to be all about keeping that momentum going for today. And then I don't think it matters too much whether you go inside or outside here. It is worth mentioning that if you don't take a good line over this, I think you kind of want to be here on this inside hump. It will send you higher rather than further, so that could ruin some of your momentum. And then I have no clue if the 250s can do it, but for the 450 boys, you're going to be tripling this bad boy at the top of the hill here. You're going to go triple and then double. And then, again, inside, middle, doesn't really matter where you go. This corner, it's deceptively difficult. It is an off-camber. It's not, you know, it's not super easy. And you can see if we go down to the ground level here on the inside, if you get a little bit too far to the left or too far to the right of your entrance, you are going to be tumbling down the hill. But they have thought of this, so you won't be going all the way down into the pits or all the way down to the start straight. There is some invisible barriers right here. You saw it just made me jump up there, so you'll stop about here. So it's not the end of the world if you do crash. So up here we go, round to the right. We step down to the Conan hill where he decided he didn't want to have a shoulder anymore, and he just went straight on and absolutely wadded himself, and then back onto the start straight. And that is essentially a lap here at St Jean d'Angely. So hopefully you boys have got it all locked in. Hopefully your setups are all good as well. Your girlfriend's on this app, I do apologise. Tell her that I am a taken man though, so you got nothing to worry about. It's all okay. I'm being told as well the 250s can hit that triple at the very top. So that's got to be a hell of a stretch. You must get it pretty damn good. Pretty damn good. Thank you very much. I bought this tyre especially for the stream, by the way, boys. I went on Amazon. I filtered by cheapest, and I filtered by next day delivery, and this was the first one that came up, so that's exactly what we're rocking with. Thank you very much, ProdPulse, for subscribing to the channel. Big W to you, sir. No idea why that came in 4 minutes late, but it is what it is. Right, then we have a quick little check. Do my due diligence here, see if the servers are up at all. Not yet. Not everything has been compiled just yet. I've got Tyler in my DMs. Tyler is sending me his stuff to download, so you know what? We will actually download that, since Tyler put down a very, very fast lap time in quali. I think it was a low 144. I've also been told, I haven't seen myself, I believe Rex was in the high 33s which to me is absolutely disgusting, to be honest. I think mine was a high 55, my best lap around here, and I had multiple hours of practicing the track. Rather, why is that flickering? I had multiple hours of practicing the track rather than the 30-ish minutes to an hour total that those boys had. A 42 for Tyler. Oh my goodness, that's disgusting. And a 42 for Cam as well. You know what? I don't mind. You know, we're happy. This is a very early retirement, boys. I'll probably see out the Supercross season, do the AMA outdoors season with the red plate and the number 1, and then we'll hopefully get in the booth full time after that. So it looks like there's quite a few 42s. Now, this is going to be a little bit of a learning experience for me today. As you guys know, my knowledge of the... God, look, you see that right there, like the line of the difference between green screen and no green screen. If I stand out the way, it's fine. But because I stand in front of it and then my shadow gets on it, it darkens a little bit. So no bueno at all. Oh well, it's fine. So I'm not... Thank you very much, Mr. Bubble Boy, for the 10. Love the fit. Thank you very, very much. I have turned off text-to-speech for this. Only reason being, because I love the text-to-speech, I think it's great. I thought for the viewer experience, since this is more of a commentary stream now than an actual racing stream, I thought having like Brian reading out the speech might be a bit distracting. So we've turned it off for this. I've just got it so the noise comes through. And we got an updated sound as well. Lovely two-stroke through the whoops. So let's have a look at... first of all, you guys are going to see all this, which is really annoying. Blame Tyler. Tyler sent me his stuff late, but we do want to put it in game since he's going to be one of the people we're going to be watching the most today. So we drag the mods over into here, replace files that are the same. That's thinking about that, and then we need to close and reopen the game, but that's all fine because we probably have to go into the server any second now anyway. So that's no problem. Alt F4, bosh, lovely stuff. And then depends how close I am to the camera. Yeah, if I get like really far away from it, you see like it's gone, it's okay again. Like the line would be here usually in my hand, and then if I step back, it gets like more and more green. It's just the reflection. It's a £10 green screen, boys. It's literally like a green sheet. It's nothing insane. So it is what it is. So I have got as many skins I have been sent today, I have downloaded. Yeah, I'm only one man. I can only do so much. I've got as many skins as possible. So anybody that put them in the EU skins thread, anybody that sent them into my DMs, I've downloaded everything. The only ones I might not have downloaded, 1 or 2 did corrupt, and I couldn't be bothered to download them again. So if that you don't see yourself, then we'll go back to that next week. And then it was, if it wasn't in like a drag and drop format, because I'm not manually going through all the bikes and all the skins and everything. So, do we have lobbies? Do we have lobbies up yet? Let's have a look. Scroll, scroll, scroll. Aerial chat. No, we're still waiting for it. Okay, what we can do in the meantime is let's have a little look at the qualifying for today. So, MX1, St Jean d'Angely, race groups. Let's have a cheeky little look at this. So, we've got Cam in P1. We've got a trio of Yamahas at the top. Can you, if I lift my arm up, there you go, you can see now. We'll go this way a little bit. So we've got Cam with a 142.1. We've got Tyler with a 142.2. And we've got Rax with a 142.9. Very, very, very close together. Very close together. So, on full commentary mode, you're correct. And actually, this headset is great for this because I can move anywhere I want in the room. You know, I can get on. I can do some squats, do some push-ups on the floor if I wanted to. Not going to because I'm a fat fucker, and it doesn't matter. My voice is the same volume the whole way around. Whereas if I had that broken thing that's on the floor right now, it would not be good. My voice would be changing all the time. So we've got Finn, Mr. Outdoors himself, Mr. Finnif, the German shepherd. There we go. Finn in P4 as well. I expected him to do very well today. Couple of people on the Triumph, which is quite odd to see. I didn't expect that at all. I do expect Dan to be on it, which he is, because Dan and Finn quite often end up twinning each other in these races. Aiden qualifying 5th, he's going to be happy with that. I don't know who JS7 is. I know a lot of people change their names these days, but it is hard to keep up. So if anybody knows who JS7 is, please do let me know. And then I'll see Jake in 7th, Logan in 9th, Logan in 8th, Dan in 9th, and then rounding it up, we've got Boy in 10th. So, do I have the 250? Oh, look at, I'm on it, boys. I've got the 250 times up as well. So we have got Pumpakasu with a 143.3. That is absolutely disgusting. Get off the game, you sweaty bastard. We've got McQueen, aka Dimitri, with a 144 flat. we've got Sir Kensington on a 44.6, and we've got Dylan on a 44.9. I'm guessing those boys have been enjoying their 250 experience a little bit more. They dropped down for the last 2 rounds of Supercross, I think it is, maybe 3, and have been having some good results. A lot of Hondas in here as well, which is nice to see. I am a Honda enjoyer. And then we've got KFC in 5th, Brad in 6th, Benson in 7th, Toby in 8th. Good to see Toby doing well. I know he chills in the chat quite often. If that's the Toby that I'm thinking of, it might be a different one. Murder in 9th, and then we have Rush Chapman, aka Chapstick. We are dropping government tags in today's stream, rounding out the top 10. One more check to see if the server's going up yet. No, not yet. This is really awkward because now I have to not only stand up for longer, I have to try and be entertaining now. You know what? We've got Troy's bike on the screen. We've got a random set of FXR gear without my name and number on. I think RC Designs made this and put this on MXB Mods. So I am going to try and do a lap or two while stood up, and we'll see how that goes. And if we want an up-close and personal view of the tyre, there we go. Oh, it's actually... That's weird. The green screen's kind of cutting bits of it out, even though there's no green on this at all. It's just yellow and blue. I guess it kind of meshes to make green in some way. What are we doing? Today, Mr. Chim Cham, I am commentator. I'm in the booth. I'm not actually playing today. I'm kind of slowly slipping into that retirement role. We're going down the Brayton, Cincerulo, Carmichael, Stewart route. Maybe not so much Carmichael, because not really anybody's a fan of him these days. But yeah, let's see. Let's try and get a lap going on around here. I've got no gear indicator at the bottom right, so I've got no idea what I'm doing gear-wise. I'm on a Yamaha, which I don't usually ride. I just wanted to check that Troy's bike was working okay, because like an absolute goober, I know you're in here lurking, Troy, watching, you left a model swap in with your download. And I am not really messing with the model swaps too much, but I imagine that it was just something as simple as a bar pad. So I thought everyone else's bikes will still work. So thank you very much for giving me this model swap. I'll now rock this always rather than the standard Yamaha one. So it is what it is. Game window is way off. No, it's not. We've just got an overlay at the bottom, so you can't really see too much. Yeah, you are 100% right. Ignore me. I'm talking out my arse. Let's have a look at this. Let's change this. So we've got display capture, game capture, lock that. Can I... Let's have a look. Canvas. Can you hear me now? There we go, we're back. Sorry, no idea what happened there. Must press a button by mistake. Right, we're good, we're back. We're going to get little hiccups every now and then. It's not the end of the world, it's too bad. It's not too bad. Sorry, I was saying you are 100% correct. I was very much wrong. The resolution scaling was off on the preview, so I apologise for that. I think it's because when I was making it all to begin with, I had it on the monitor in front of me, which is a 2K monitor, and now that I'm actually doing the stream, it's over on my other monitor, which is a 1080p monitor instead. So, yeah, I'm just going to spin a lap, get you boys in the flow of it whilst we're waiting for these servers to go up, and to the best of my knowledge, it is staggered today. What that means, for those of you that might be unaware, it goes 250 Moto 1, 450 Moto 1, 250 Moto 2, 450 Moto 2, so the boys riding have a little bit of downtime in the interim. However, for us, we've got basically 3 hours of non-stop action. They're 30-minute plus 2, plus 1, plus 2, plus 3. Let's just say 30-minute plus 1 races. So we'll see how that goes. But as we can see, riding a Yami with Supercross suspension, great around a track like this while stood up. Absolutely fine. Yo, yeet. I didn't see your previous message to that, Aiden. It didn't come through, just that last one. Mic sounds off. Yes, it is a different microphone today, so the quality will be a little bit meh compared to usual. But if you are just getting here, sorry, let's show this off again. This is my old microphone. When I was moving my desk around and stuff today to make all of this possible with the green screen, basically the USB slot in the back, this one right here, it broke basically. So that is all kinds of boofed. So it now no longer accepts any kind of power, which I was very upset by. So I've ordered a new microphone, a better microphone. It's £700 worth of equipment for a microphone, which is absolutely disgusting. However, I did pull all of my money out of crypto today. All of my XRP money is now gone, and it went towards a new mic. That should be here on Saturday, I think it is. Saturday. So the general quality of the streams might improve a little bit by Saturday. So, yeah. Should put a wall over that wall because it was unrealistic. You can't do that IRL. I know exactly what you mean. I was quite surprised myself when I saw that it was like that. Yeah, I don't know what else to say about that, to be honest. I mean, it's a fun line. I guess you can't complain about having fun. It's always good. Right. Meat Pie's typing. Meat Pie's typing, everyone. So this is either going to be very good or very bad. He's either going to say, couldn't get the quality results, they didn't export properly, and we need to redo qualifying, or he's going to say, servers are up, join, 10 minutes, go time. We shall wait and see. He typed and then he stopped, so I'm guessing it's he's just edging us. He's just waiting. Waiting to see what's going to happen. XRP's absolute rubbish. Yeah, I bought it when it was at 1.8. Obviously this is all GBP. And I sold it at like 1.81. So out of the 1,000 that I put in, I made 1,010. So, you know me, big trader guy, massive stonks. There was a part where I was down 200. There was a part where I was up 400. And with anything, it has its ups and downs. But I thought, you know what, we'll take it out. It's not the end of the world. We didn't lose anything at the end of the day. And we got a new microphone out of it now. So not too shabby at all. Oliver saying servers are up. XLR mic with interface. Nick, you are 100% correct. I bought basically the upgraded version. So that is a Shure M7X, which is a USB microphone. I've now bought a Shure M7B, I think it is, which is XLR related, and then a bunch of other stuff like that as well. So let me see if they have remembered me today. Let me see if I'm actually whitelisted into these servers or not. Because again, first time doing this. They normally put Cupcake over into these, so I don't know if they even remember that I'm doing it as well on the YouTube side of things. Let's have a little look. Have a little look. See. Also, whilst I'm at it, I'm going to make some of these screens on my left bigger so I can actually see what people are saying. Right, multiplayer. MXBGP. MXB mains. Disgusting. Get rid of them. Don't deserve to be there. It's a fun race, basically. Right, we are doing MX2, probably. MX2's for first. Am I in? Am I in? Oh, it's going to make me choose a 250 first, isn't it? Yes. No, I need to join as a spectator. Sorry about that. MXBGP. Main. Spectate. We're in. We're in. Gamers, this is going splendid. How much fuel do I recommend? Well, I heard a little rumour that at the pre-season race at Hawkston the other day, a lot of the boys decided they were going to chance it and run about 7.5, which I would never have ever done. That is far too little fuel for a full 30-minute around a track like Hawkston. I would go with 9 to be safe in the first one, and then obviously once the first race is done, you can always go back to the pits, see how much you had left, and then take any more out that you might want to take out for race number 2. So that would be my suggestion. MX1 and MX2 are going at the same time. Why would they do that when all year I've been asking... All year I've been asking for us not to have staggered races, and now I'm commentating they're staggering it. You know what? Sorry 250 boys, I don't care about you. MX1 is the premier class in my mind, so I'm leaving. I'm joining MX1. I haven't had any conversation with Cupcake at all, so I have no idea what one he's going to be in. But I care... Oh, it's actually good for me. It's going to be a much shorter night. I haven't got to stand up for quite as long. MX1 main, spectate. Right, we'll try that again. Okay, good to know. Love the outfit. Thank you very much. You'll notice... So, last time I wore this suit, we're just going to breeze past this. It was my nan's funeral, so we're not going to put a downer on it. But apparently, I was quite a quite a chunky chap last time I wore this, because look how like baggy it is. It's so much bigger than I am now. And then because of that, I'm not wearing the suit bombs. These are just joggers. They're just black joggers. So we're kind of casual, smart combination. It is what it is. Skibbity to all of you boys as well. There you go. Am I young? Am I hip now? The tie's insane. Thank you very much. That cost me like a whole £8 on Amazon. No, it didn't. Because the whole thing cost me like 13. This was like £3. The green screen was about 10. Yeah, green screen was about 10. Need a slim cut shirt. I just need a new suit altogether. So I bought this one. Yeah, it was like middle of last year, and I haven't got another suit at the moment, so I do need to buy one at some point. I didn't see much point in. Who's V? I have no idea who this is. Maybe it's someone commentating in another language. I didn't see much point in buying an entire suit just for this. And even if I wanted to, it was going to be too late anyway. I did have the idea, I had it made, but it wasn't going to be here until Thursday, so in 3 days' time, of having a cardboard life-size cutout of Ricky Carmichael and just have him here next to me, being my buddy. But it wouldn't have arrived in time, and it was about £50, which I think is outrageous. So, yeah, not too good. Paul Mailing style, that's much better. I much prefer being called that. That's fine. I'm not going to be commentating NA at all. At least not to my knowledge. I mean, I have to... I can't be up all night tonight. I have to drive back down south tomorrow, get my car MOT'd, and go and visit the family for 2 days. So I don't want to be up too late tonight. So to the best of my knowledge, we have got track cameras. Okay, that's good. That's fine. And then we would do that to remove that. We would press that to get the names up. We would press that to get the times up. We would also press that. No, we wouldn't. 1 second. Image. That. So now at the top left, it says 450 Moto 1. Oh, boys. This is brilliant. This is amazing. Right. I'm going to turn off display capture real quick. I have a feeling you might be seeing little black flickers every now and then. I have a feeling the display capture and the game capture are trying to fight for the top position. So we'll leave it as it is. The races should start in like 5 minutes. Maybe a little bit less, depends how quickly everybody gets into these lobbies. And I've also been trying to work a little bit. Hang on. To show how serious I've been taking this, I'm not going to go to like this and then go over here and then click the track camera stuff. We're not going to do that. Check this out. Bosh, free camera, hotkeys. I even know what the hotkeys are. And then bang, if we press Alt, number 6, we're back into the track cameras. Oh, boys. Boys, boys, boys. Oh, what a glorious day. And then I don't think there's a quick, easy way of switching between like people's names, so we'll have to do that for this. But it's not the end of the world. It's not too bad. So yeah, we've got 450 Moto 1 over there. You can see the time left just below that. Got everyone's names. It's great. It's great. It's a good time. Personally, if you ask me, I think we should just do the entire race like this. This is much better. My eyes are getting incredibly dry already. What you don't see, there are 2 massive key lights shining right in my face right now to make that thing work. And look, closer I get, worse it gets. Further away I go. Brilliant. It's fine. You'd never know there was a green screen here. And then we get close again, and it says fuck you. So yeah, that's great. That's great. It is what it is. We'll go back over here. Look at TJ's bike. I can certainly do that. I think it's Alt number 2 to get the orbit camera up. It is, but it's not actually loading Tyler right now. As you, we are in the right cameras. It's just not actually doing it. What if we do a little bit of free camera action? Should we go over here? See how many people's stuff we've got downloaded? Probably not many. I didn't get that many things sent to me. So we've got a Triumph KTM. Don't like the placement of that Triumph logo, boys. Whose is this? Who's number 57? What do you reckon? I see an AJP. I see an AJP logo on that. Not sure about them ones right there. We have got, here we go, we've got some of the Moto Academy boys. We've got the Jan. We actually have all of Troy's stuff, except maybe Helmet. I don't know if he runs a different skin on his lid there. That was one thing that I was concerned about, actually, is a lot of these boys run like paid helmets from the shop, which I just don't have. So I might have to message Nico and see if he wants to nice me and give me some free shit maybe for next round, so I can see people's helmets. Same with boots as well. If anybody wants to be naughty, well, I suppose the model's probably locked, aren't they? I was going to say just just leave the download link in the models thing that you send me. But yeah, hello Dan, welcome to the stream, buddy. So we don't actually have too many people's skins here. We've got Boy's gear, but we don't have his bike. People saying to look at Tyler's stuff as well. I don't know if Tyler would be all the way at the end here. No, he might just not be on my screen. He might be off about doing other stuff right now. We've got a couple of bikes. We've got a few people's bikes. Hopefully the important ones. I downloaded... Unless he's another number. Let's have a look. Oh yeah, he is. He's down here. I was going to say, I downloaded Rex stuff earlier, but I didn't see him on the list at all. So that's going to be quite... That's going to be quite difficult to keep up with, actually, because, I mean, Supercross, you're fine, because you have first down to 22nd, just all on one page. But I'm going to have to be constantly scrolling through, trying to keep up with people's names. Oh, well. Oh, here we go. Here we've got the boys. We've got the Club MX boys. Still rocking the Warzone collaboration effort here. Don't worry about the bike too much, because on their screen, they are running an actual Triumph bike, because it's a model swap. On my screen, just so you guys can see it, it's a half-assed done KTM to make it look like a Triumph. Here's what it is. Not too shabby. There we've got Egg Shit lined up. We love Egg Shit around these parts. He always appears in the Lynn streams. Very, very good. We got all three of the Club MX boys making it through here. Got Mr. Williams himself, aka Buster Breezy. We've got the two twins, Jake and Aiden. I know Ben made it, I know. That's part of the fun in ripping into it. In terms of... Oh no, we've got some more Moto Academy stuff here. We got... No, that's Dorian. I know a number 13 where I'll see it. You know what? I don't mind a bit of orange and a bit of blue combined. I don't mind orange on the Yamis. I think it's a decent accent colour. That's Dorian's bike right there. So we've got Boy's kit, like I said earlier. Don't know where the rest of these boys are. They're just riding around all over the place. Off the track! Ban him! Get him gone! Get him gone! You saw the proof. He's cheating. He's cheating. Get him gone. Kick him. Am I going to defend my MX title? I am indeed. That's going to be the last series that I probably ever compete in on this game. With an asterisk above it. Is it an asterisk with the little star above it at the end? Because that could be subject to change. It all depends on my enjoyment of motocross the game when it comes out. Depends how good it is. Jibber looking bike. I've not seen any of the sim bikes. I've not seen any of the sim bikes at all. Soz about that, chaps. Number one track rider, you're 100% correct, but it's me. I'm allowed to get away with the rules. That's how it goes. Looks like I don't have any of Rax's stuff. I downloaded it and I put it in my game, so I'm not sure what else to suggest other than that. I will revisit that next week, hopefully, because I opened his message, unless I downloaded it and didn't put it in my game, unless I was being a goober. But yeah, a lot of people were uploading stuff very, very last minute, which was incredibly frustrating, because, you know, we've only got so much download speed at the end of the day. And I was also seeing people putting, like, bike packs in there. They included, like, their Supercross stuff, and it's like, brother, I'm not going to put absolutely everything, like 3 gigabytes worth of bikes in here just for a little bit of GP action. Like, goddamn. Have I changed my camera since my last set in vid? No. No, my camera... There's this... Ah! Oh, it started already. The server's gone down. No. Okay. Reload it. We go again. We go again. Let me double check, actually, whilst we're leaving and rejoining servers. Racks. Gear. I mean, I should. Downloads. That was Tyler's one that I downloaded earlier at 8:40. Maybe I didn't then. Oh, my bad. Let me let me re-download this again quickly. Download. I'm hoping this will literally take a couple of minutes, if that, because then they shouldn't have started the race by that time. Should all be Gucci. I'm just skipping these. I'm not doing any of the GP races this year. I thought I'd try my hand at the whole commentating thing. Oh, but yeah, just actually, I didn't qualify. I'm not good enough anymore. That's what we're rocking with. That's what we're going with now. Right. Downloads. Right, I should have Rax's stuff now. as long as he's done the drag and drop correctly. I've got a folder here for bikes and a folder here for riders. Drag that over. It didn't replace anything, so yeah, I think I messed up. My bad. Right, close that. I do need to close and reload the game as well. Oh, this game takes a painfully long time to do that with as well, doesn't it? We'll go full face cam. We're back. We're back again. I hope I don't get any... No sweat patches yet. We're good. It does get incredibly warm in this room, though, so you never know. Actually, let's see just how good... Oh, never mind, it's gone. I was going to say, let's see just how good the green screen is when I move away from it with a black background. MTG out yet? I hope not. I'm hoping that I'm going to get nice a little bit and get given some, maybe a little bit of early access. Has it done it? Surely not. It's done it again. Oh, it's because I'm in... It's fine. It's fine. It's only in the full camera that the ratio's all off. My bad, PM. MXBGP. MX1 main rejoin. I will certainly do that. Let me join. Whilst this is doing, let me fix this on the fly at the same time. Actually, whilst this is loading us into a server, because I don't want to have it wrong. But look at that perfect size side profile. Look at that schnoz on him. I feel like I've got a decent honker. It's not massive. It's not tiny. It's just normal. Just a normal petite nose. Not too shabby at all. Do need a trim. Getting a bit of a neck beard on the go. I've also had to crank the saturation up on the camera quite a lot to make that work better, which in turn does make me look incredibly ginger. So, not ideal. Not ideal at all. That neck right there behind me, he's just... you know when you're walking down the street and you see a 10 out of 10 walk past and you can't help yourself, you have to... Just to double check, just to get a rear view. That's all that's happened. That's all it is. That's all it is. I was just standing here with my hands in my pockets. Just waiting for a mate. Just waiting for a mate. Right, we're in. We are in. So we are going to slap... Actually, let's slap that one up on there as well. Just so when I switch back and forth, you can see 450 Moto 1 or 450 Moto 2. Then we'll go back over to this one as well. Lovely. Non-shot, yeah, casual. Or we can hit the Ed Sheeran pose. I shouldn't do this. You fuckers are going to crop it. Now that I've got a green screen, you can crop me out perfectly. I got enough cropping just when I shaved my head. Bro is not Daniel Blair, but I would like to be. We love a bit of Daniel Blair. I don't know anyone that dislikes Daniel Blair. And if you do, you're wrong. Many men wish death upon me. I was thinking, I know it was very last minute when I ordered the tie. I literally ordered this at about 3 AM this morning to get it to arrive today as well. Thank God for Jeff Bezos and Amazon. I was thinking about maybe getting a flag tie for each round. So I'd have a French flag for this, and then I don't know what round's next, like Spain or something, Spanish tie after that. But then I thought that might start getting a little bit expensive. So maybe I'll buy 1 or 2 more and just rotate through them. Just stupid looking ones. This was the first one that I saw that didn't look like complete shit. So, thoughts on Hayden Deegan being arrested? Probably done him more good than bad, to be honest. He gets some merch sales out of it. I mean, he's a young kid, isn't he? He's young. He's got a very, very fast car. He's got more money than anybody else needs. He can do whatever the hell he wants. And for only $1,000 bail, can't go wrong, to be honest. So yeah, nothing wrong with that at all. What camera do I use? Are we talking about in-game, or are we talking about this thing in front of me? This is just an Elgato something. I don't know the exact model, to be honest. Many men wish death upon me. Seems proud of getting arrested. I mean, I don't know. It's not like he's stabbed somebody, is it? Let's be honest. So, I mean, from his like friend circle or anything, it probably looks like quite badass, as the Americans would say. So, thank you very much, Khan, for subscribing to the channel. No idea why it's taking 4 minutes for some of these notifications to come through. I apologise. Nothing I can really do about that, I'm afraid. We're going to hit Alt 0 again. Bosh, straight into the free roam. Then we hit / then we hit tab, and we've got everything. Everything is straight back. And I've even bound it on my controller, so if I press like my downshift button a lot, the camera moves around slow. If I press my upshift button a lot, camera zooms around, so we get full control on the fly here as we're going around. Question: when the race is going, do I stand up or do I sit down? Feel free, let me know. Because I'll be honest, I'm a fat fucker. My lower back is already hurting a little bit because I sit down all day, every day of my life. So standing up for 20 minutes is actually finishing me. Not even 20. See, I've been stood up for like 30, 35-ish minutes right now. Is this track money? You're damn right this track's money. But it is also paid, yes. It is also paid. Let's do a little experiment real quick. Because, so the back of my chair here, when I sit down, for some reason, like this corner of it and this corner of it go really fuzzy, and I didn't like that. I didn't like that at all. So let's experiment a little bit. Oh, let's take a seat. Let's pull up a pew. This might be easier. This might be more enjoyable for me. Many men. There we go. That's not too bad, is it? That's fine. We'll stay up here. Oh. Formula 1 when? Probably not until Thursday, unfortunately. I think I'm done with Formula 1 for now. It is what it is. I do look like a McDonald's manager, don't I? I agree. 100%. Pull up a pew's a crazy sentence. That's just... It's British. That's all that is. Just UK slang. Well, I've got the mic arm down. What do you mean? What do you do with it? Just put it up here. You won't be able to hear me as well if it's up there. I need it down here. This isn't a high quality microphone. How do you knack-knack? I do not know the exact combination of buttons to knack-knack. The only one I know off by heart, button-wise, in-game, is left, and trick button does a taunt, because that's the one that I do the most. Do-do-do-do-do-do-do-do. We do seem to have... yeah, seems to have some... Oh, there we go. We can see Tyler's stuff finally. There you go. There's your points leader here. Say points leader. There's your red plate holder. Mr. TJ. It's gone back. Oh, is that it? Are we racing, boys? Is it time? It's time! Oh my goodness, this is exciting. So, we are going to sit right here, and we are going to try and do our very best to capture this first turn carnage. Somebody is going to go on the inside of this corner and absolutely knob it. So, who do we think it's going to be? I mean, Rax usually gets really good starts. I mean, I can't actually see. Oh, I know why. I know why. Let's get a bit closer. Yeah, look. See them all disappearing. Because of the bandwidth. Noted. We won't be able to see absolutely everybody on the start. But in the future, I will make sure that I increase the bandwidth as well. Because if I do it now, we're going to completely miss the gate drop. Actually, remind me. Remind me to do this in between races. In between Moto 1 and Moto 2. We'll do that. That's basically everyone's going to load in here at the last second, essentially. I'm going to remove that off the screen, just whilst we get around this first corner as well. And here we go. First race of the year. You can't see half the people on the gate. But actually, you know what? We can see the main man. We've got the January of Troy. We have got Troy Jan. Let's see how he goes. Gate's down already. Didn't expect it that quick. So let's see what happens into this first corner then. Are we going to get any chaos, any carnage at all? Looks like Cam's got a great run to the inside. And just like I thought, everybody goes flying. Bunch of front wheels getting tucked into that corner. And yeah, that's it. Now the rest of the race will continue. So we'll have to wait for this first half a lap to a lap or so for the netcode to sort itself out and for us to show everybody. But if we go all our way over to the front real quick, who's going to come around this corner first? We have got Tiger just taking over the lead from Aiden, and then that is your red plate holder in P3 right now, Mr. Tyler J. Very closely followed by Finn. He has just made the pass though, going over the finish line. And what we are going to do, we are going to do Alt and 6 to get into the track cams, and we're going to try... Are they working? Are they working? Hello? Track cameras aren't working. Track cameras aren't working. Uh-oh. You know what? It's fine. We'll go back to free roaming. Now we've got to try and catch up again. See what's going on here. So we're going to have a lot of carnage going on. We've got a lot of people going down on the inside of this corner. Is that... Did I just see a Cameron box all the way back here? That's a Dorian. There he is. There's Cam. What place is Cam in right now? Can't even see him in the top 25 going across the line. That is not good at all. So Cam's going to be working his way through this pack. We're going to have to do a little bit more manual stuff here for this race. We might even have to do it for the entire race. Who knows? But Cam in the step down, crossing over on his buddy Adam a little bit there. He's going to try and go around the outside. Let's work our way back up to the front, see what we're rocking with. Breezy's up here in a good position as well. Keep going further forwards. Breezy is actually in, I think that's like definitely top 10 area. Going all the way down to front. Surely we don't have an Aiden in the lead right now. No, we have a Tyler. Tyler's taking lead. Finn going down. Oh, he's doing his best Conan impression, going off the track at the wrong place at the wrong time. He's going to get going again, pull a cheeky little tear off, so he gets on the move. Right, Logan moving up as well. That is an actual Triumph bike that you see here, not just a Triumph model. So repping the other bikes, which you love to see. We've got JS. Can I see what's on the back of J? It does just, I think he is just rocking the James Stewart alias. I have no idea who it is, if it's someone changing name recently. But then we've got Dan up here, who moved his way up into P2 after Finn's crash, and Tyler, first lap lead of the entire year, over the line, carrying on from where he left off last year. This man boasted an 80-point lead at the end of last season, which is why he's got that red number 1 plate on his bike, looking to do more of the same. And to be honest, his closest competitors, closest one is Finn, in my opinion, who's currently chilling in the P4 position. Then if we look down the leaderboard a little bit, Cam has moved his way all the way up into 12th. That is some very good progress in one lap. He crossed the line outside the top 25. He finds his way up into P12 right now. Honestly, doing it on the first few laps, probably the best way of going about it. Definitely the best way of going about it. Shall we do a quick check-in to see if the track cameras are working yet? There we go. Right, we're rocking. No idea why it's funky at the start of the race. So I can chill out a little bit more now. So we've got Tyler out in front, getting up to the top of that hill, doubling around, and then he's going to be, I'm guessing he's going to triple this? Yeah, just big sends there. Let's have a little scroll down and look for some action. Let's go to the top 10 here. We have got Logan in the 10th position right now, looking to make a pass on Delay of Benetton Racing. That's a new name to me, but I think I'm going to get a lot of new names during this process. In front of him, you've got Boy, and then Cam has made his way up into 7th place already, only 16 seconds off. Now, I'm not sure on the road value that they're running through this. However, if they're running it at a decently high rate, there's going to be a lot of crashes going on by the end of this race. So that 16 seconds, absolutely nothing. That could get wiped out in literally 2 laps time. We'll move our way back to another title contender here. We have Rex. He's currently sat in P14. Made a aggressive pass there on Joe Rogan, but nobody went down. No, Robin's racing. That's all fine. And you saw a little bit of front end tweaking going into that corner. That is something that can happen very, very easily around here. We have got Mr. 10th place at the EEC Milan in 2023, Jams. He's rocking a Fantic, which, utmost respect for the boys that run the Fantic. Very, very enjoyable bike in my opinion. Just doesn't get as much love as it deserves, I don't think. A hard beast to tame, but once you get the setup on it, very, very quick bike. You saw there he was able to hit that triple step up, no problem at all. And that jump is a hell of a stretch. Aiden on the Club MX machine, not loading in at all. Not loading in. We're going to move away. Oh, God. Okay. That's not working at all. T-Bell's already disconnected. I guess we're going back to the free roam camera. You know what? Let's fix this. Let's fix this right now so we haven't got to worry about this issue again. Where is it? MISC, bandwidth, very high. Done. Now, we go to track cameras. Now we're back in business. Sorry about that, gamers. Aiden's still not working. Okay, we've just got to select a few people that are working in this. Yes, I did download the camera patch. This is with the patch in there. So it's only let me view certain people. So I'm going to have to go into the full free camera to be able to do it properly. So we have got Adam and Dorian here battling for the P10 position. Adam has just made his way through. He is then closely followed by... Oh, God, that was a close one. Closely followed by Omar. Is Rex here, or has he made his way past? I think Rex has made his way through. So it's saying he's P13 right now. I think these just need a little bit of an update and see how it goes. The camera patch was just for this track only. Don't worry about that. It was just to actually get the cameras working. Going quickly back to the front just to check out what's going on. Tyler looking very smooth, very consistent. He has an 8-second lead over Finn in P2. And then Mr. Government Tags Mikey Wilson. What is going on? What has this young lad had for breakfast? He is in P3 right now. However, it's a long race. Anything can happen. He has got a probably very annoyed from that first turn crash Cam in P4, looking to hunt him down. He's currently got about a 5-second or so gap on him. JS7 is going to round out our top 5 with Dan in P6. Was just looking on the edge, coming in there. However, managed to go over that rut, which is quite surprising. There's a lot of wiggle room out there. He might have just mistimed the turn in, and Rex goes down. Rex has made his way up into a top 10 right there, and he goes down again. Luckily, it looks like his bike was facing the right direction, so he should be absolutely fine. Is TJ Troy? No, TJ is not Troy. Where is everyone's favourite YouTuber, by the way? We have to go a long way down looking for Troy. He's so far down that the cameras can't even keep up with him. He's back in 31st position. And, I mean, he's not... So the cameras are working for some people, but not others, which I find very, very confusing. But we have Victor, a.k.a. Victor. And I don't know if this is Leander, or if this is German Victor. Don't know German Victor's last name. But he has just eaten absolute dookie. KN has ruined, and then KN goes down as well. So there you go, there's a little bit of karma involved in that. But yeah, the cameras aren't liking Troy today. Maybe it's a ping thing. Maybe it just doesn't like looking at some of the Americans at all. So, oh well, that's not too bad. Ben of MXB Shop is in P28. If that's the same Ben that I'm thinking of, last year's GP season, he was actually incredibly fast. It might have been the year before. He was very, very good. But I know since these new bikes came out, different kind of traction, you have to play the game a little bit different. It's not for everybody, but it could just be a case of he hasn't put the time in yet. I don't think I've seen him ever in a Supercross race, so he might just be an outdoors guy only. Jake looking to make his way around there. He's not having the race that he would have liked so far. Where is he just moved up to? He has moved up into P26. Just manages to avoid Pumba, and oh, Pumba pulling away, taking Ollie down with him. Not really too much he could have done there. And he was stuck sideways. There's Marley up the inside of Jake. No, Jake getting around him, no problem at all. Jay Talon is up here as well in P18. Do have his gear, which is nice to see. And by the way, if anybody wants to send me more gear for next week, if you don't see yourself on the stream here at all, then by all means, that's how it is. My bandwidth is on very high right now, Dev. It's as high as it goes. I put it on the highest setting for that reason, to be able to see it. Yeah, not great. So now Tyler pulling out a big lead. Exactly, that's a very satisfying number to see him being exactly 10 seconds out in front. Kind of jumping over that berm a little bit early, but I noticed that myself when playing the track. It's very easy to do if you're trying to go fast. He must have made a mistake. Either that or Finn is on absolute rails right now. Finn is only 8.3 seconds down. Cam has found his way around Breezy up into P3. And relative to the leader, Cam has gained about 3 seconds worth of time. I think he was about 18 seconds down last lap, so he's putting in an absolute shift. Let's have a quick look at the lap times. So bear in mind, qualifying times were 42s. He's run a 44.3 as his best lap. Front lap pack Tyler has run a 44. Last lap was a 46, so he did make a mistake. Finn has also run a 44 last lap. Breezy, a little bit off the pace, these boys. He ran a 49, he must have made a mistake. J7 way off the pace. He's had actually 3 really bad laps in a row, and just looking at it, he's P5 right now, and he's already 32 seconds down after 10 minutes of racing. I think these boys are going to lap quite high up into the field, I'll be honest. It's going to be interesting to see just how far up the field they go. Jake back here in P30, not really making too much time up unless he just keeps crashing. He's currently in a battle with Matteo right now, my arch nemesis. If anybody has been... Oh! I want to give him the benefit of the doubt there. I think there might have been a little bit of netcode involved in that, but Troy just got sent to the ground. Not good at all. If I race today, I bet you'd clear Tyler by 30 seconds. Absolutely not. I'd still be back here battling with these lot. Yeah, my riding of the track, it didn't go well at all. Aiden is back here in a P11, Dan in P10. I'm trying my very best to get somebody that it will actually let us watch. But all these boys, Rax isn't working, Tiger's not working, Aiden, Dan, Dorian, Adam, Olma, Cooper, Talon, Quacks, Jams. I think it's just different points of the track. It works for different people. Yeah, it must just be depending on where you are on the track. So what we're going to do, we're going to the free camera. We are going to go to the Jan. And we're going to try and find the Jan as well. I have no clue where he is. But let's do a little bit of free camera action. So we got Tyler there, going over the finish line. We have then got Finn back in P2. Cam not very far behind. Cam is slowly catching. About a 7.5 second gap between all of these boys so far. We then have a long way back to P4 here. Breezy trying to air out that uphill triple. Came up a little bit short, but it's not too bad. Suspension doing its thing. We've then got JS7 back here in P5. We've got Logan up in P6 doing very well. We've got Rax all the way up into P7 now after a bad start. He's working his way through. I think if he keeps on pushing there, he could probably find himself even still into the top 4 by the looks of it by the end of this race. They've still got a long way to go. We have got Boy back in P8. We've got Tiger in P9. Aiden in P10 on that Club MX bike. I believe... Oh no, he's the second highest Club MX bike right now. Breezy is in P4 doing his work as well. Dan has dropped off a little bit. I think Dan was in about P6 earlier. He now finds himself into P12, just ahead of Quacks and just ahead of Jams. I'm sure these two are having a lovely time in the Discord right now, singing to each other. They're actually both riding a lot better than I expected. I thought they'd be a little bit further down, especially with this 40-man gate. If we go further back here, we've got Jay Talon in 16th. Ulmer's back there in 18th. Jake has worked his way up into 19th now. Sweaties is lagging his titties off. Joe Rogan dropping down past him down the hill. Ulmer and Ben getting into each other a little bit in this corner. Matteo getting very unlucky with some crashes so far this race. And there he is. There's the Jan. I think he's just outside the top 25 still. I want to say he's inside the top 30 though. Let's follow around with the Jan. Let's work on the camera skills for a lap. Give him the camera time he needs and deserves. I know you boys will probably enjoy watching him ride around the track as well. Quite nice looking gear. I'll be honest, not the biggest fan of the bike. It's just a very standard looking Yami, but the FXR gear looking very drippy as always. He steps down the hill. What line's Troy taking at the bottom of this corner? Yeah, it looks like everyone's going around the outside. They must have an incredibly low erode setting on right now, because I do not see a single erode mark anywhere. I don't know if that's a spectator thing, and you just don't see it as well. Usually you see even the track getting a little bit darker in areas, depending on where people have been riding. I see nothing at all. And I'm hoping they haven't forgotten it, because that would be a bit awkward for the first race of the year. But yeah, Troy lapping his way around. I don't know, I can't remember how good Troy was on the outdoors, to be honest. He enjoys the AMA stuff. I definitely have Troy down as someone who enjoys the flatter, faster paced tracks than the really bumpy, rutted stuff. So if we go back to Hangtown of last year, he finished 4th place in one of the motos. So maybe there'll be some tracks this year where he can pick up the pace a little bit. But you also have to remember, he is an NA rider battling against the EU ping. So he's probably had a lot of collisions this race that he really can't do anything about, to be completely honest. So, oh, there we go. The track cameras are picking up Troy now. Maybe we just have to get close to him before we press the button. Yes, also, sorry, you've just made a very good point there, Braden. It is on hard soil, which is not going to erode as quickly as the soft soil that we usually have. And Nico has just said as well the erode is set to 0.1, which is definitely lower than the Supercross value. But then you have to remember these 2 races combined give you a lot more track time than you would normally get on just a Supercross race. And things are tightening up at the front, boys. I told you, the track is going to challenge these people. It's going to be so difficult to stay consistent throughout the entire race. Tyler's 10-second lead is now down to 5.6. So whilst I believe he is still lapping quicker than Finn and Cam behind him, I think he's making some mistakes every now and then, but still looking very solid. And even if he does end up messing up and going back to P3 in the first moto of the year, you can't be unhappy with that at all, especially if you then follow that up with another really solid result in Moto 2. So then we go down. Finn is 5.6 seconds back from that. Cam is 8.2. That doesn't look like a 3-second gap between Finn and Cam. I think Cam's put the burners on a little bit. Looks like he's vibing with his Yami. I don't think I've really seen him on the Yami at all. I think he tends to prefer going down the Austrian manufacturer route for the Supercross. Then I suppose the Austrian bikes, they do tend to feel a little bit more agile, a bit more nimble, but they do tend to lose out on the top end a little bit. So when you're on these outdoors tracks, the speed's a bit more important. That's maybe where the Yamaha comes into its own. So yeah, Cam's there about 9 seconds off the lead. Breezy still holding strong in P4. You love to see that. J7 in P5. Rax is back in P6. Logan P7. I am trying to click on all of these people, boys. I do apologise. Jake is back in 16th. We're going to have to do some more more free camera work. Let's see what we can do. Here's the leaders, actually. Finn going by in second, Cam going by in third. They have got into lappers now. So we'll see if the lappers want to be good today, but that is not a 3-second gap at all. He's actually got it down to 2 seconds now. Cam choosing to go on the left side and scrub on that far left, which actually looked quite nice. He stayed very low, got the power down, didn't mess up any of the bumps going into the inside. Hitting inside here as well. Is he going to scrub? Yeah, scrubbing that, doubling up the hill. And then actually, comparing that to what KN just done there, he actually gained time. And I think it's because he wasn't coming up short and bouncing. He just managed to scrub, stay low, and then get the wheels back on the ground and get that momentum going forwards. Oh, Finn's almost down. How has he saved that? That was a ridiculous save. Cam looking to triple up. Has he got room up the inside? No, he messed up just a little bit on that uphill. KN kind of shoving it up the inside of Cam there, but a little bit racy from the lapper. Don't really expect to see that too much. Thank you, Ima, for subscribing to the channel. Much love. So, yeah, we've got Cam here. We'll leave this battle for a little bit, see if they can close up on each other at all. Now, we've got 19 seconds all the way back to P4, which is going to be... not delay, it's Breezy, but JS7 up the inside. These two, right, we've got a battle on now for P4. JS7, P5 going up the inside of Breezy. Really, really good line up the inside there. Breezy back up the inside, didn't give him any room, but I don't know, that was a really weird crash. I imagine there's some sort of netcode involved in that. He just kind of collapsed off the bike. Now Rax is going to try and capitalise on this, scrubbing his way up the hill. They're both going to scrub over this table. Breezy over the bars. He must have hit that bail on the takeoff there. That was very uncharacteristic. So Breezy, as soon as he found himself up in the P4 position, he now drops down all the way to P6. He's going to get going probably just in front of a Logan, who's currently sat in P7. But Rax has put on an absolute charge so far this race. Found his way at the back of the pack to begin with. He's now up into the P5 spot, going for that P4 position. Oh, getting into the back of J7. How has this man survived? Some people just have the gift. You know, Pivoso just loves some people and hates others. I'm not sure how he's done that. So exactly like I said earlier on in the race, Rax can find himself up into the P4. He now is about 35, no, he's about 28 seconds off of P3 now. So unless the absolute worst happens to Cam or Finn in front of him, I don't see Rax going any further. So JS7 and P5, Breezy in P6, he's up and going again. Delay, I think, is a lapper right there, which makes Logan P7. Vendrami is a lapper as well. Aiden in P8, so a good top 10 result so far in this motor for Aiden. He's going to be very happy with that. We've got Boy up into P9. Dorian in P10 at his home circuit here at St Jean d'Angely, the Frenchman. We've then got Quacks in 11th. We've then got, no, we've got Quacks in 12th, sorry. No, Quacks in 11th. He's just overtaken Dan for that position. Dan now finds himself in P12. Thank you, Mr. Tasty, for subscribing to the channel. We find our way a little bit further back. Tiger is there in P13. Jake is in 14th place right now. He's done a lot of work. We saw him back around the P30 position earlier on in this race. So he's just consistent laps seem to be the way for Jake. He always has been that way. He's definitely improved in terms of the raw speed a little bit throughout the course of this last year, especially with the drop of the Beta 19 bikes. Just got a lot better. I think last year he was off the pace a little bit, but his consistency was one of the best in the entire field, and it would make him such an incredibly frustrating person to compete against, because even if he was half a second to a second lap faster, because he was so consistent, he would just be there the entire time. So if you spent 3-4 laps trying to make a pass on him, and then you do make that pass and you make a mistake yourself, he'd be straight back in front of you again. So glad to see his pace is getting better. He's up there. Not the first moto he probably wanted, but you can only go up from here. We've got Jams in P15 right now. Cooper in 16th. Pitt is here in 17th. Jay Talon in 18th. Adam Ertz, the American, as well. He's back here in 19th, getting a little bit messy. Ben in 20th, looking in. That rounds out your top 20 right there. I believe it's... Is it just top 20 that get points these days, or does it go a little bit further than that? So this is actually a battle for points right now, if that is correct. And quite a big battle as well. We've got 1, 2, 3... Oh, Ben going down. I'm not sure if he and Adam got into each other there. You know what? We can find out exactly what happened. Let's rewind it real quick. We'll rewind. That's exactly what happened, by the looks of it. Or did he just go over the bars? No, he's just gone over the bars. Just went absolute death. He wadded himself. And then here we go. We find ourselves with Tyler again. He's going through a lot of lappers right now, but Matteo being a good lapper, I'm not sure if that was by choice or if that was a mistake going off the track there. Very nice setup as well. I do wish that I had his lid downloaded so we could see the full get up, but he's still got a 5.5 second lead. It's not really changed at all between these top three. So Tyler's there, Finn's 5 seconds back, Cam's another 2 seconds back off of that. Then we've got a whole bunch of lappers. We've got Jen back there, the goblin himself. We've got KN. KN's a lapper. Look how much time these boys have. Is Rax stepping down? So Rax, relative to the lead, Rax has actually gained time. It was 35 seconds about 2 laps ago. It's now 30 seconds. He's got 8.5 minutes plus a lap to go in this race. Unfortunately, again, even if he carries on this speed for the rest of the moto, I don't really see him going any further than this P4 here, but considering how down horrendous he was at the start, P4 points in the first moto of the year, nothing wrong with that. JS7 is in P5, Leander getting lapped there, Breezy is in P6, still a really good race. If the flag was to come out right now, Breezy would be very happy with that. Logan in P7, Aiden sat in P8. Let's try and go back in the field a little bit. Let's see if we can find where all the boys are up to. So we've actually currently lapped up to P27 right now, and Troy has been lapped. Troy is now a lap down. Should we try and find him on the track? See where he is? We've got Thunder there. We've got Ollie back here as well. Got Rax and Pumbas going a lap down, I believe. Back up to the top of the hill. JS7, Victor, Breezy. Logan's back here. Aiden's there. Boys here. Everyone's actually quite spread out now. Got Dorian and Dan having a little battle here. What place is this for? Oh, I say that. I'm so sorry, Dan. You've been commentators cursed. That was actually a battle for the top 10. Dorian's in 10th right now. Dan now finds himself back into 12th, with Jake moving up to 11th. Jake making a lot of moves on the back end of this race. Delay is a lap down. Quack's in 12th. Jam's up to 13th. He was 15th a lap ago, so he's making some moves also. We've then got Tiger and Cooper having a little bit of battle here. Let's give these boys some love as well. It's not all about the guys at the front. Let's try and go a little bit further back in the pack and see what sort of battles we've got going on here. These boys... I said this in my preview video earlier on today. Multiple viable lines on this track, which you absolutely love to see. I wish Supercross was like this, but we got it in GP, so that's better than nothing. I love seeing people taking just alternating ruts to each other, diving up the inside, maybe trying to hold it on a bit more around the outside. And so this is, whilst this is the 2025 season, this track is based on the 2024 layout, just because the track creators are only human. You know, we didn't know what the 2025 St. Jean d'Angely layout was going to be, and you can't make a track in 2 days, so it goes based on the 2024 layout. I personally don't mind it at all. It's a fun track as it is, and it just means if they do it again next year, it'll be even better as well. The real life layout, it looks very quick. A little bit dangerous in some places, like going back down to the start straight looks very sketchy. And these two are having a really nice battle here, actually, just keeping it nice and clean as well. Maybe just trying to keep it on 2 wheels, get some solid points. Guess kind of just waiting for mistakes out of each other. Oh, I'm very shocked Tiger managed to get to that rut then. I thought he was coming in way too hot. He's off the track a little bit. He gets back on though. He's going again, no problem at all there. Let's go a little bit further back. Jams must have crashed. Jams has dropped a couple of spots. Davey going off the track back here. Marley's back here. Jay Talon, thank you Naruto for subscribing. We got Ben being a very good lapper. That's it. Everyone give a round of applause for Ben. Very heads up riding, looking over his shoulder. Staying out of the racing line, giving these top boys the space they need. Cam going all the way around the outside of TH here. That's kind of not what you want to be doing. He puts his hand up to say sorry. Luckily nobody went down there, but you have to admit Cam's probably not going to be very happy with that move at all. I mean, he is in P3, but he's been so close to that P2 position for the entirety of this race. Finn's just been out of sight from him. And then let's have a look. Has Rax made any more time up? No, Rax has dropped off 5 seconds actually. Oh, is that an Ivan Jr. I see there? I've not seen Ivan in these races very often at all. That's a more OG name. If anybody's been around for a while, you'll know exactly who that is. Let's watch these boys off the wall jump a little bit, shall we? Let's see how this goes. There's a hell of a big send for these boys. That was Rax just going by in P4. We then have another 15 seconds back to P5. So it kind of shows how fast and consistent these top boys are. There's 8th place, Aiden, by the way, 8th place, a minute and 5 seconds behind. That is absolutely disgusting. He's back here, and Tyler's probably just going over the finish line right there. Should we give Aiden his flowers a little bit? I don't think he's been on the stream too much so far in this moto. I want to just have a look down the timing real quick, look for some battles going. Looks like there's a lot of action going on between 13th, 14th, 15th and 16th right now. So there's Jake in 11th. We'll go a tiny bit further back. There's Quacks right there. Actually, no. there might be cuts involved. Or people have gone down, because that's not as close as it was. We've got Pitt and Tiger going head-to-head right here, kind of battling each other. Big Sen's Pitt going very long, getting sketchy. They both go down. Unfortunately, Tiger was a passenger there, but he did get a very, very lucky respawn. That bike was placed perfectly to get going again. Going all the way around the outside. I've not seen anybody take that line yet this race. Very inventive, very smooth as well. Probably a lot easier to do than getting slotted into one of them tight inside lines. Pit drifting super far out wide here, choosing to stay up on the pegs the whole way around the corner as well. I wonder if he's usually a 250 rider, and this is his first time in the 450 class, because standing up everywhere does seem to be a very 250 meta riding style at the moment. So I wonder if he's just transferred that over to the 450s as well. We'll go a little bit further back here. We've got Jams, Davey, and here's Tyler. Tyler has 3 minutes plus a lap to go, so that works out. I think he's probably got about 3 laps left in total. I think that's about right. He'll have 3 laps left to go after this lap. Finn is still 5 seconds back. Cam has made some mistakes. I'm not sure if that's just due to the lappers or if he's crashed himself, but he's gone from being about 7 seconds off the lead to almost 13 seconds off the lead now. And, you know, I do like the inside line that he's going for there. It just saves a lot of time. Marley and TH kind of going at it there. I think TH is still a lap below. All these boys are lap down. Matteo being a lap down is very, very surprising. I don't think it's a long shot to say there was a period of time, maybe in the 2023 GP season, that Matteo was the fastest 250 rider in the game outdoors. He was so quick. But maybe he's just not been putting the time in that he used to, so he finds himself all the way down in P24. A lap down, actually battling with Ulmer there for P24. So we'll go a bit further. We've got Joe Rogan, we've got Eggshit, we've got Jen. We have got Rax up here, he's 37 seconds down. I think that's going to be his final position of the race. We've got Ollie there as well. We've got Ivan. We have got Breezy back here. Breezy's 50 seconds off, but a P5, he's going to be ecstatic with a P5 finish. He really, really is. He's going to be so happy bringing it across the line there. That's if he holds on to it. One big crash, and then the man on the Triumph. Where's the man on the Triumph gone? There he is. Logan, he must have made a mistake. I was going to say the man on the Triumph could take it away from him. We've got 3 riders here, all in the battle for the P6 spot. JS7, Adam Mertz and Logan. Is Adam a lap down? Adam is a lap down, so ignore me. We just have JS7 and Logan going for the battle here. I was going to say, Adam must have put in an absolute shift to get up to there. Like, insane work. Aiden is up into P8 right now. He is the first of the 2 brothers. Jake finds himself back in P10. And we've then got a Troy. We've got a wild Trojan right here. He is a lap down, unfortunately. What position has Troy found himself up to? Troy is in 34th position. Troy, what are you doing? It's a new season. You didn't want... Oh, he's alive. Oh, my goodness. So the start to his Supercross campaign didn't go as planned. And now it looks like the start of his GP season also not going as planned. But when he sent me his skins earlier today, he did say there's a chance that he doesn't brace. So who knows really how much time he's put in. Like I say, he's a busy man. He's got his YouTube grind. He's got his schoolwork. So there's only so much time you have in the day to actually practice the GP stuff. Jake and Boy going at it here for the 9th place position. Actually, we're going to stay on board for this because there should only be 1 lap left next time around. I don't know... well, actually, these boys should have 2 laps left, and then Tyler should only have 1 lap left to go. And speaking of Tyler, he has lapped all the way up to P17 right now. That is 23 people that these boys have lapped. Really, really impressive stuff. And it's actually tightened up a bit at the top. If you look at your timing and scoring on your left-hand side of the screen, it is 4.7 seconds now back to Finn. And then Cam has regained as well from 12 seconds down to 7.5. I think Troy could need a mental coach. You could be right. I think maybe he's getting a little bit of arm pump on this rough France circuit. Boy, still going for the big send uphill, trying to triple that. Came up a little bit short right there. Jake gapping him a little bit for now. He's gone a bit long into them bumps. No, he's absolutely fine. And to do a little bit of an road check-in, if we go down to the ground level, it definitely exists. It's a little bit harder to see. The ground's not getting too dark. Usually it goes a darker colour. It looks actually getting a little bit lighter in some places. But you can see there's a little bit of like square edge triangulation coming into play, and hopefully by Moto 2 these boys might have to switch their lines up a little bit, because right now it looks like they haven't really had to change anything at all. So hopefully the track does get a little bit more beat up. And I guess they didn't want to have a repeat. If anybody saw the Hawkston pre-season race, the road was it got a little bit extreme. There was just massive booters off of everything, so that was no good at all. So they probably toned it down a little bit. So now next race, you'll probably find a nice middle ground instead. And I think next round actually might be Sardinia, the sand race. So completely different conditions, which is what we love about the GPs. You have to be good in all sorts of soil types. And I've got to give a round of applause to Bradley Clay and JV for going with the hard soil slash... Oh, keep it together, Tyler. That might give him cuts. We'll see what happens at the end of this lap. But yeah, you got to give it to them for being a bit adventurous and changing the soil type. I hope that they continue to do that through the rest of this year and really let these boys compete on every kind of track there is. Because if you want to be a GP champion at the end of the day, you need to do it on every single type of condition. So there we go. Tyler's got 4.5 seconds. Cam is reeling in Finn. He's only 2 seconds behind now. Not even 2. He's 1.9 seconds behind. A little bit off track there. That could give Cam cuts as well. So I'm very interested to see what the timing does at the end of this lap. Cam barely holding on down that hill. This inside here, very, very difficult to get the bike settled and hit the inside on. Rax finds himself dropping quite a ways back. Just take a second to look at that gap between 3rd and 4th place. These top 3 have put on an absolute clinic in this race. That is disgusting. So Tyler has crossed the line. Nearly. Where is Tyler? Where is Tyler? There he is. This is going to get close. He made a mistake. It's 3.5 seconds. It might be 2.5 seconds when he crosses this line. The cuts might come in. I don't think he got any. I think he got away with it. No, he did get cuts. So going into the last lap here, Finn is only 2.3 seconds off the back of Tyler. But we all know Finn, as I said, he's Mr. Outdoors. He goes just fast enough to keep in contention and he relies on other people's mistakes. He keeps it nice and smooth. So we'll see if Tyler can keep it on 2 wheels or if the pressure's going to get to him. There's probably better battles on the track right now. Kind of want to follow this man through to the finish just to see how it goes. We're going to stay in the free camera, get the lens camera work on the go, powering up this hill, scrubbing a little bit at the top, get that power back down to the ground, keeping it nice and smooth, going into the middle rut around this corner, trying to stay out of the bumps as best as he can. He's going to step down this hill. Imagine he's still going to be going around the outside here. He's been absolutely chased by Dan the lapper. I wonder if Dan's trying to put some pressure on to help his teammate Finn. I think it would be a bit naughty for him to try and repass, so he's going to just sit on his cheeks, try and let Tyler listen to his bike, make him a little bit uncomfortable. Finn is still only 2.6 seconds behind, kind of doubling his way into this middle rut, scrubbing down this hill. Don't want to jump too far and cause it to mess up. Nice and smooth all the way through that middle rut. That was perfectly done. Really impressive stuff. He's going to step down this hill, middle rut again, back onto the start straight. He's only got about 4 or 5 corners left to go. Flat track right here. Finn's made a mistake. Finn's down. Finn is down. Now there's going to be a battle for P2. Tyler should have this in the bag. Cam going up the inside. Finn's going to cut back underneath. Up the right-hand side, back up the hill. Is he going to cut his nose off going into the next corner? He is indeed. Cam stays left here. Does Finn stay right? Alternative lines. Oh, Finn came a bit short on the double. How's he not gone down? I think Cam might have just done enough there. He might have cuts though. We saw Cam go off the track last lap. This could all come down to cuts over the finish line. So it is Tyler getting your first win of the year, keeping that red plate. Cam is going to cross the line in second, but is he going to keep it across the line? Finn goes cross line, he gets it on cuts. Cam had 2 seconds worth of cuts, and Finn, right at the death, gets it. Oh my god, my voice is going. Oh, what an exciting finish to that race. So there we go, Tyler finished in first place. Finn in second and Cam in third, and we have a very, very, very long wait now until we get to Rax back in P4. Those top 3 put on an incredible race there. They were absolutely gone. I would argue they all had a very similar pace to each other. It just all came down to the mistakes. So there you go, Rax crosses the line, 46 seconds behind the leader. Still a very good result. It doesn't matter how far behind third place you finish. 4th place is a 4th place at the end of the day, so he's done a good job there. We then have another 20 seconds or so back to Breezy in P5. This is his best result in a very long time. He's going to be super happy with that. He's thrown it sideways over the finish line. We then go a little bit further back. Jen is a lap down. We've got a battle here going up to the line by the looks of it. We've got Logan crossing over. No, Logan's nice and safe. We've then got the battle of the brothers. They're not even a 10th away from each other. Who's it going to be? JS7, Aiden, Jake, is it going to come down to cuts? Aiden gets it, finishes 0.8 in front of his brother. Then he crosses the line there. JS7 did have a lot of cuts. He finished in front of Jake and Aiden, but he drops down to P9. And then Boy, a minute and 30 seconds behind, should cross the line in P10. And then Dorian, the last one on the lead lap, a minute and 41 seconds down, with a very nice looking Yamaha right there. He's going to cross the line in a P11, and that is your first moto here at St. Jean d'Angely. So your overall top 10, Tyler, Finn, Cam, Rax, Breezy, Logan, Aiden, Jake, JS7 and Boy finishing out the top 10 there. Very, very fun first moto of the year. And what an exciting last lap as well. So they kept quite a big gap there for the entirety of that moto. And then it wasn't until the very, very end of that race that they decided, you know what, let's make it a little bit interesting. I did update the bandwidth. I did. Thank you for reminding me, Buzz. But if I go to settings, you see it right there? Set to very high. So I have a feeling it might just be, if you're trying to select somebody on the left-hand side here, you still have to be close to them relative to where they are on the track for the auto cameras. So I'll just do some free cam. It doesn't bother me at all. The more I do free cam, the more the camera work will improve as well. But yeah, very exciting first race. Let's have a look as well, actually, at the lap times from everybody here. So if we go all the way to the front... Oh, actually, they might have just reset it. Oh, they have. I just missed out on that. My apologies, gamers. We could have looked at their analysis and fast laps. So we don't know who had the quickest lap that race. All I know is the top few boys are all around the 44-ish, 144 second mark. So really good stuff. Really, really good. First moto done. First commentated moto done. The Jan, not ideal. Came about 34th in that race. Not the race that he would have wanted, but you can only go up from there. Breezy, they're in P5. Very happy with that. It just shows what a good start does for you as well, because Breezy had a great start. He was up there in second, I think, at one point, and just held on for the entire race. I do have a drink. Remember, everybody, stay hydrated. Get the water in you, because my throat is going to be finished after tonight. Jake did have a very hard charge in that race. Like I said there, 38th all the way through to 8th. He got stuck in a lot of first lap carnage there. So done very, very well to come back through that. Next donator-thon, can I commentate public lobbies for 24 hours? I'll be finished. I'll be done. There'll be nothing left of me. Jam's finishing in P19. Not too shabby at all. It's still points at the end of the day. That's all you need. Just get some points in there. Can I make a highlight resume? Oh, I don't know about that. I don't know. But I don't think 23rd gets points. I think it is just the top 20 that get points in this. Jan needs my wisdom. 34th is disgraceful. His first race of the year, boys. He's just getting it going. I have to apologise to Meat Pie. I just saw he messaged me 40 minutes ago asking if everybody was synced in the 450 race, and I didn't see it, and I didn't respond. So that is my bad. My bad, pimp. Can I commentate NA? No, I can't. I can't take away from Narvo. I don't think enough of the NA guys even like me for me to commentate either. So yeah, I don't know about that, unfortunately. Yes, it is a razor blade. Do you want some, Jerry? I'll give it you. This is just for opening my Pokemon packs, by the way. So don't worry. But it's hard to like rip them open, so I just get them open that way. But yeah, if anybody wants some, I mean, we're in the UK. Just I open packs. There is now nothing behind me anymore. I opened about £2,000 worth of packs and boxes in one night and got absolutely nothing. So I am now not buying any more for a very long time because I upset myself. It was a moment of weakness. It happened. It is what it is. I feel like I'm the furthest thing away from a roadman as possible. Maybe I'll buy a bally. Rock the balaclava for the next one. Let's have a look. We'll catch up on all of the notifications whilst we're at it. We've got TikTok noties, we've got Gram noties. Should we get a I don't know. Actually, I don't know how well I'll be able to do this. Should we try and get a selfie for the story? Tell everyone to come by the live stream. There we go. Say hello, everybody. There we go. Actually, I need to go and get. I need to get the link to my own stream. How do I even do? Hang on. You can tell I'm not good with technology whatsoever. So we need to go to your videos live, and it doesn't actually show it. No, what? We'll do it this way instead. Lynn's MX. Live stream. Select. 500 people in here right now as well. Thank you, everybody. Make sure to drop a like on the stream if you haven't done so already, for no other reason than to inflate my ego. That's literally all it is. Seeing number go up, make Linda happy. Right, copy link. Back to the story. Stop by the stream. Keep editing. Save. Oh, hang on. I'm a goober. I'm a goober. Stop by the stream. Done. Add. Still not let me do it. What's going on? On. Ding, ding. Right, story. We'll try again. Next moto, they usually only get a couple of minutes in between. Bum, 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 bum. Here we go. Old man manages to make it work finally. Right. Stop by the stream. Done. Done. Post. Share. Done. Hi, Mom. Mom, get the camera. You know, I did have the intention of staying stood up for this entire thing, but I would have been finished. I'm very, very glad that I decided to sit down. There we go. Right. We're good. We're Gucci. If some racers are live streaming, why not get them one by one for live reaction and encourage them? Well, what do you mean? They won't be able to. I mean, they won't be able to see me doing anything whilst they're riding anyway. I don't want to like keep tabbing out and going and viewing other racer streams when I can just go on this. Am I streaming a bit? No, I'm not streaming any B races. No B races for me. No, I don't think so. I mean, it's not set in stone yet anyway. It'll just be a video at some point. No staggered, I don't think. I don't think this is staggered at all tonight. So these boys, did they do an announcement anywhere? A couple of people disconnecting. Start of the race was ours. Actually, yeah, should we have a little bit of let's have a little read to see what people are saying. Sweaties, are you ever going to learn you're not on EU ping? Quacks finish on 0 litres of fuel. Finn got messed up by lappers at some point. That's not good. Cam got messed up by lappers. Yeah, Rack's talking about he got ruined at the start. Oh, it was a 10-minute break. So we actually have 1.5 minutes. That's about it until the start of the next one. Will I leave AJP with the commentator? Nah, not at all. No, the thing is, the AJP boys, it's not just a case of in-game, it's real life as well. Like, I see them in real life. I hope we're friends in real life. I was probably going to say no, but I feel like it's friendly enough. You called Sweaty's taking everyone out on the start. We might have to rewind it and have a look. Because I know I saw Cam's front end go, but in chat he's saying that it might have been Sweaty's that got into him. But this start straight, you've got to be going into that third corner like fourth gear wide open. So trying to get everybody into there is never going to be good. A little fun fact on this game, if you didn't know with the netcode, the faster you're going, the less stable the netcode is as well. So because these guys are going so fast into the corner, you know how I say if someone's here on their screen, they're actually like here on their screen. It's even worse when everyone's going really quickly. The game can't keep up with it. So it's, this first corner is always going to be sketchy. But that's why you have to try and be smart sometimes, you know? Slow down a bit going into the first corner, maybe try and tuck up the inside if you can, because around this track, everyone's going to push wide. Everybody. So if you can kind of check up just a little bit and get to the inside of everyone, you should have a fairly safe first lap. Hello, Bradley. Welcome to the stream. 100%. Yeah, it looked like there was multiple lines. I think this isn't to like disregard the track at all, because I think the track's really, really good. I think a lot of the different lines people are taking is because nobody's sure yet which line is the quickest. And I think that just shows that it's a well-built track anyway, because if there's 3-4 lines that are all basically the same speed, then it's going to force people to mix things up and try and take other lines. There's a couple of quite OP outsides, but then watching back the real life race over the weekend, that some of the outsides are really OP anyway, like all the way around the outside before the really long uphill as well. Like, that's how it was in real life. So, gamers, here we go again. We are going into race numero dos. We have got Tyler in first in that last one. We have got, let's change this to 450 Moto 2, and we'll change that to 450 Moto 2. We had Finn in P2. There's no way this is... Do I have to close and reopen my game for the bandwidth thing to take place? Because it's ultra high and that's all I can see. You must have to close and reopen the game, definitely. Next time. There we go. The revs are up. We're going to actually stay on cam... Must have been a jump start, surely. Tyler jump started. I guess Tyler doesn't get to get any points this race. That's all it is. Oh, God, now we've got to wait for him to go again. You reckon Troy is winning this one? What do you reckon? P34 and then a P1? I feel like this is kind of where you need to be honest, because Breezy got a good start last race, Tyler got a good start, Aiden had a good start, and then Cam's going to be here, who also had a good start. Finn's next to him. Finn had a good start. Yeah, this is a point in the game that you need to be on. These boys are lagging their absolute titties off. Yeah, let's try and stay around this mark and see how these boys do. I'm going to increase the FOV a little bit just so we get more people in. So here we go. The revs are up. How far over is the Jan? Oh, Jan's like slap bang in the middle. He should be all right there. Rex is fairly far over. The revs are up. The gates are down. A good drag from Cam. Oh, Cam's got this, surely. It doesn't matter because he's not on my screen anymore. Oh, the brakes. Tiger cut across. Tiger getting a good start. So many people going down here. So many people. So Cam actually came out of that in P2. Tiger moving over on Tyler. Are they dead? Is it dead? Tiger's dead. Troy's dead. Oh no, Troy. You just have to wait for it to settle down. You know how this is. Tyler has somehow found himself up into P2 again. Cam is not going to be happy with this, but boys, this is going to be a very, very exciting race, getting these two out in front early. Breezy with another good start. He's sat in P3, getting overtaken by Logan. Aiden might go up the inside here as well. Breezy keeps it on around the outside. Look at these multiple lines being used at the same time. You love to see that. The two Club MX boys going to filter in that outside line together. Going up the hill, Tyler to the inside of Cam, getting pushed wide. Cam gets a better drive down the hill afterwards. Trying to cut his nose off. Oh, two bikes trying to fit into one hole right there. I've seen that on the internet somewhere. Logan moving up into P2 on the Triumph machine. Love to see that. Logan out of France as well, the hometown hero here at St Jean d'Angely. Cam up the hill, still in the lead. Logan just on his cheeks in P2. We've then got Tyler in 3rd place. JS7 moving up to 4th. Aiden in 5th. About to move up to 4th. It's a drag race down the hill. JS7 gets a good slingshot around that outside. Might be worth taking that line if you're Aiden in future laps. Where is Mr. Wilson? What has Breezy done? He's dropped down. Breezy now finds himself just outside the top 10. Joe Rogan and Quacks going down at the bottom of the hill. Finn up here as well with another decent start. Where is the man out of America that will be looking to win this championship? He had an awful start in the first race. I still don't see him. There's the Jan going past. Where is Rax? Where is Rax? Did I miss him? Where is Raxon? Is he up? Okay, let's just go all the way to the front. We'll go all the way to the front. We'll count them through as they go past. So Cam in P1, Tyler P2, just getting around Logan there in P3. Oh, that looked close. Aiden is up here. There we go. Rex is in P5. Rex actually a very, very good start. So Rex in P5 just made the move on Ivan Jr. Ivan Jr. must have dropped back a little bit. We've got Ollie up here, Ulmer's up here, Pitt's up here, Dorian's up here again in battling for that top 10. Finn looking like he's in P12 right now. Joe Rogan, Breezy working his way up as well. I like this inside line these guys are taking. That second right that merges to the inside. Really like it. Quacks going down. Troy getting caught up on the bike a little bit. It's so frustrating when that happens, especially on these rutted tracks. You've got nowhere to go. You're just a passenger. You have to hope that the bike's going to take you out. Egg shit going down. Oh, I thought Troy was going to get absolutely ruined off of that. That was so close. So, much better start for the Jan this race. He finds himself crossing the line right now in P24. Looks like he's got a second of cuts, but he's doing okay. Sweaty's having a bit of a nightmare in that corner. Not as good of a start for Jams this time. Not as good of a start for Tiger either. Actually, Tiger got down horrendous. He was right up there in P2 around the second corner, I think, and he finds himself outside the top 25 now. There is absolute chaos in this corner. Thank you very much, Mr. E-Dog. Malachi loves his sister. Listen, as long as it's a sister kind of love and nothing else than that, nothing wrong with that at all. Shout out to Malachi's sister. Big respect. Right, let's work our way forwards a little bit, see if we've got any battles going up further up the field. We've got T-Bell up here. Mr. Track Creator T-Bell. I think it'll be the Track Creator T-Bell. I know we've got 2 of them in the community. And Mr. Leand. Oh, the boys are getting together. You know what? I have to say it. It happens very, very often in this game. If you are trying to avoid people, if you're not on a rut that's on the inside of them, you're basically screwed, because if they crash, that bike is 100% rolling over into your outside rut. It is a shame. It happens quite often. Looks like Troy just getting going again from another mistake here. I believe he's still up here in the top 25, just behind Sweaties and T-Bell. Another mistake from Quacks, not ideal. Leander, much better race than last time. J-Tannen going down. Oh, I thought Thunder was going to ride that one out, but he goes down as well. We've got Cooper, JS7 up here in 15th, Pumbaa in 14th, Joe Rogan up here 13th, Dorian in about 12th, again just outside the top 10. Dan looking for a slightly better race this time. He's in P11 right now, and a much better start from Jake. He's in the 10th position on circuit, with his teammate Breezy just in front of him in P9. Let's keep working our way forwards here. We've got much better race so far from Jen. He's up into P8. Then we've got Pitt in front of him in P7, Ulmer in P6, Finn in P5. Maybe subtract a position from each of them boys. I think I missed one out. We do have... we've actually got a big gap here from Rex, who's P5, to Finn back in P6. A little bit of breathing room. Rex did make a little bit of a mistake, but it's okay. And again, if you're one of these boys trying to compete for this championship, if it's Cam, Tyler, Rex, Finn, you're happy to come out of here with like 2 top 5 finishes on the day. You can't be upset with that whatsoever. It's a 10-round season. There's plenty of time. There's plenty of difficult tracks coming up as well for people to mess up and for other people to capitalise. So I don't think he's going to be too upset. And to be honest, I don't think he's going to finish it. I think he's going to work his way forwards with a minimum of a P3. I think he's going to get... Oh, how has Aiden survived that? Okay, we're rewinding that one. How did he survive that? What happened? Obviously, he gets in the rut with the front wheel, the back wheel misses it, he hits the 50-50 grind. Basically facing backwards at this point. Back wheel gets traction, straightens itself out, and he just gets going again. Yeah, fair play. Fair play, you can't hate on that at all. And with perfect timing, we now go back to his brother Jake. Jake is in P12-ish right now. Got a big battle going on right here. I think this is roughly like the P10 area. Jake and Breezy, the 2 teammates, going back and forth, looking at a very drippy Breezy trying to go a little bit too far to the left there. Thank you very much, E-Dog. I'm not going to read that one out. There's no need for it, but we don't have text-to-speech on, so it's absolutely fine. But I appreciate the donation nonetheless. Let's just try and keep it a little bit more civilised, you know? So let's keep an eye on this top 10 battle instead. Jake, casing that uphill triple a little bit. We've got a big battle going on here. We've got Dan, Jen, Jake, and Ulmer. This is a battle for 8th position, actually. I thought it was just for the top 10, but yeah, these boys very, very close together. All choosing to follow the same line here, funnily enough. I'm wondering if it's a case, because it's the hard soil and it's on a fairly low erode setting, I wonder if the erode's actually making these lines quicker for once, rather than them getting too choppy. So that outside line could genuinely just be the fastest. I mean, you can still hit that uphill triple from the inside on these 450 bikes, but yeah, I mean, maybe they're just a bit worried about changing line. Maybe they haven't taken the other lines yet, and it's a bit scary doing it mid-race. It is what it is. Mistake from Ulmer. Jake trying to cut down. How has Jake survived? Oh, he's not survived it. Over the bars. He's not going to be happy at all. There was nothing from his doing there. That was all just an unfortunate mistake from Ulmer, and then he get cross-righted, went over into Jake's line. So Dan, I think he went up 2 spots there in the space of 1 corner. He finds himself up into the P8 position, Jen into P9, Breezy into the 10th spot, Jake in 11th, and Ulmer in 12th, JS7 in 13th, Joe Rogan 14th, Dorian in 15th. Not quite as good as his last race for Dorian, but he's still working on it. Victor's there as well. Thank you, M-Dog. Cooper going up and over that line too. Jams is in 20th right now, so he's in the final points paying position. But to be honest, Jams probably only wants a couple of points. I mean, I don't know, what number is he? He's number 70. He definitely prefers the number 69 that he's got in Supercross, so I don't think he'll be too worried about trying to keep certain numbers at all. Where is the Jan, is our question. Troy has fallen off a cliff. He's in 29th, getting taken a bit wide by Ivan. The Scotsman, I think Quacks is Scottish. He might, I have no, we're going to retract that, I don't know. Quack's down in a rut. These boys unfortunately didn't see him in time. So yeah, Troy is in about P28 now, so a bit better than the 34th of last race. If I was a gambling man, points might be a little bit off the cards for Troy in this. Matteo, again, not a good ride for Matteo right now. He's outside the top 30. I expected a lot better of the Frenchman. We're going to work our way back. Egg shit back here as well. Going to keep going. We'll find the leaders in a second. They should be coming around fairly soon. Speak the devil, there he is, Mr. Number 1, Mr. Red Plate. Can he have a perfect day, is the question. He currently has a 10-second lead on Cameron Box, back in 2nd spot. I was going to say the teammates. They're not teammates at all. Cam on the Moto Academy ride, Tyler on the MXB mods team. Cam rocking the sand hat as always. I did have a file clear out yesterday to make room for all these skins, and I intentionally left the Santa hat in just for Cam because I knew he'd be running it. And I have to say, whilst I don't have his bike skin because these boys run model swaps, I do think that setup looks quite nice on the Yami. It really, really does. So Cam finds himself in 2nd. Rax is up to P3, actually challenging for P2 already. So Rax is putting in a hell of a charge right now. He's got good pace. We saw that from the first moto. He managed to make up a lot of time from the start of the race. These two are probably going to be going at it the entire season. And so is Tyler, but Tyler just executed the start so much better today. Got out in front, managed to put in a little bit of a gap. So now Tyler just has to manage that for the rest of the race, whereas these two boys, they got a charge. They can't let the other one past. Finn, your 2nd place finisher in Moto 101. Moto 101? Moto 1 finds himself up into P4 now, just ahead of the Triumph Machine of Logan in P5. Aiden in P7. Again, another solid result for Aiden. He crossed the line in either 7th or 8th in Moto 1. Finds himself in a 7th right now. The Instagram post is going to be going crazy later on today. We got Dan back here as well. We've got Pitt there also. Was that a 350 I just heard? No, that is a 450. I'm getting old, ignore me. So we're going to go a bit further back. Ulmer back here, rounding out the top 10. JS7 trying to get inside that top 10. Again, look at these boys, still going at it. Still a 4-way battle for 10th space right now. All trying to follow the same route again. Nobody really wanting to mix things up at all. They're all just following the leader. This corner is a bit different. I've seen lots of people going outside, lots of people going in the 2nd rut. Nothing really you can do up there. No ruts in that turn. There's some different line choice down here. Jake getting a little bit on the wrong side of the ruts there. That's going to affect his drag up the hill. And Ulmer, I hope he doesn't have his look back button bound on his controller, because if that was me, I'd be looking back so much, scared of the people behind me. Especially, so JS7 right now, it probably sounds like he's right on his cheeks. And Ulmer going for the 2nd rut there. He hit that 2nd rut beautifully. I thought that was going to be slower, but he had such a good drag up the hill, he made it work for him. So then Jake's just on the back of these. Jen falling behind just a little bit. All 4 of these, yep, going for the triple at the top there also. Pumba going past as well. We've got Joe Rogan back here in OG Lynn's view. I haven't seen him lurking for a while. He tends to hang out in Reaper streams these days. Breezy, not as good of a race for Breezy right now. He's in 16th position. A little bit worse than his P5 from the first one, but listen, he's still going to be happy with the day overall, I think, with that P15. Jam's still holding on for that top 20 roll. Actually battling Victor for that P20 roll right now. A little bit further back, we've got Sweaties. Adamert's back here also. Got Ollie, Boy, Troy, trying to... Oh, Troy, hold on to her, buddy. Oh, Lord. That's going to be some more cuts from the Jan. I wonder if that's going to get uploaded to the YouTube. So I would be quite interested to see Troy's POV in this race. Battle for second. Let me try and find it. We're going to zoom our way around the track. There's Aiden. Battle for second, you say. Let's have a look. Not there. Going on here. There's Tyler. There's your race leader. He has 7 seconds. We've got Cam... 7.5. Rack's a little bit off. That doesn't look like a 7.5 second gap to Tyler though. They are getting into lappers at the same time, so hopefully none of these lappers kind of ruin the race for these top 3. Hopefully everyone is nice and well behaved, nice and aware, looking over their shoulder, paying attention to the blue flags. You do have to give them the benefit of the doubt most of the time, because the blue flags on this game aren't very consistent at all. You can be in 5th position, 20 seconds behind the lead and getting the blue flag, so you have to cut them a little bit of slack. So there you go, there's the gap between 2nd and 3rd. 4th place, Finn, he's only about 5 seconds off of these boys, so not a huge gap. I mean, if these guys in front crash and their bike ends up facing the wrong way, that is 5 seconds just there. And then a bit further back, we've got Logan here in P5. Aiden finds himself in P6. He's going to be a very, very happy man. Might have to give the Instagram upload a like later on today. Going further back again, we've got Dan sat here in P7. He's having a much better ride than last race. Just minimising the mistakes. That's the important thing. I saw him go down a couple of times last race. Not all his fault, to be fair. He did get caught up in a bit of carnage also. So that also helps when you're up here from earlier on. You get caught up in less drama. We got Pitt back here in P8. Very good. And this is no disrespect to what I've never heard of Pitt before in my life. So for him to be up here rocking a P8 right now, I'm sure he's very happy. JS7 getting all kinds of cross-ride. And unfortunately going over the bars there. That does, however, gift Mr. Jake Jr. of the Club MX machine an extra position. So Jake's going to move his way up into 9th place from that. And that is going to drop JS7 down to 10th place. We have then got Pumba in 11th, Ulmer in 12th. We've got Joe Rogan. Oh, actually, no, we're going to move our way forwards. There is only 1.2 second gap now between Cam and Rax. Here it is, right here. We're going to try and stay on these boys just for a little bit. We are actually going to try and go to Rax Cam, and we are going to press Alt and 2, and we're going to go in the orbit camera for a little bit since the track cameras. Should we try? Let's try. That track cameras are working as well, right? Let's stay here with Rax for a little bit, see if he can close this gap to Cam. They do have lappers in front of them. Who is that? Vendrami? Oh, I mean, there's only so much you can do right there. He was committed to that already. Rax does make it pass fairly clean though, so nothing too wrong with that. And whilst they're on the same straight there, it says the gap is 1.2 seconds. I don't know if Cam has a second of cuts. No, maybe that is 1.2. Maybe my guesses are just a little bit off. But where's Troy at Hawkson finishing the top 10? I don't think this is a track that he's good at, but he's very good at outdoors. He's like a top 10 rider. Yeah, this track on track, it will change, won't it? The one thing that you have to remember, which is why I didn't look into the Hawkson results too much, is Hawkson has been out for a year. So essentially, whoever played the track the most over that entire year was probably going to be the ones to do the best. Whereas in this format, you get the track for 30 minutes. Actually, you get the track for 40 minutes, and then you're into a 20-minute qualifying. So it's, oh, Rax getting very unlucky with the lappers right there. Not good at all. So Cam's going to get a little... Actually, no, Cam's made a mistake as well. Did they both get ruined by the lappers there? So it's still just as close as it was. The only real benefactor from those few mistakes there was Tyler. He's going to find himself maybe another 2-3 seconds ahead of these boys now after those mistakes. Let's go back. We have a battle for the 8th position right now between JS7, Dan and Pitt. We're going to go back to the free roam camera a little bit, get a little bit of Lynn's camera work on the go, why not? So Pin's in 10th place there. Just in front of him, we've got Dan in 9th, and just in front of him, We have got JS7 going down in 8th, so that's going to give Dan 8th place. That's going to give Pitt 9th place. JS7 dropping right back down to 10th. It seems like any time he tries to make a little bit of progress, he ends up going down again. Jake all the way up here in 6th. So the brothers, it's not quite 1 and 2. It's not quite the Lawrences, but I was going to say their last name. I won't. It's 6th and 7th in this one. I believe they were 7th and 8th last race, 6th and 7th this time. They just can't get away from each other. The only difference is Jake is currently 16 seconds behind his brother. Aiden's in a little bit of a no man's land right now. He's 9 seconds behind 5th, and he's 16 seconds ahead of 7th. So not ideal. Big battle going on for P2 and P3. Big battle. Let's have a look. There we go. Rax and Cam right here. Right, we're going to go on board. We're going to go on board with Rax right now. He does actually have him on cuts. So you see Cam went across the line first right there. No, he doesn't. No, it's changed. So Rax was in second for a little bit, but this is your battle for second right now. Lapper doing a good job staying off the track there. I'm going to keep this in the orbit camera just so I can have a quick drink, because my throat is going really quickly. We also have Finn. You are correct. Finn is just behind these boys. There he is. You see him in the background, lurking in P4. So second place is anybody's right now. And honestly, if Tyler starts making too many mistakes, first place is anybody's. But I think one thing we can gather from both of these motos so far, I know this one isn't done, we've still got 12.5 minutes plus 2 laps to go. These top 4 are pretty much untouchable. I think they're going to be the top 4 for the entirety of this season in every single moto, because they are just leaving everybody else behind. Great lap of work there from Thunder. You love to see that. Let's go on board with Finn really quickly as well. Very good racing. I absolutely agree, Bradley. Very good racing indeed. It's the consistency these boys have. Let's do a quick check on the fast laps as well. So the pace has dropped a little bit. We had 44s in the first moto. Finn's best is a 46 this race. Rax is on a 45. Cam's on a 46. And Tyler is on a 46. So fastest man on track is this man right here. But we kind of knew that was going to be the case. He, more often than not, has the quickest lap time all the time. And seeing him double over that, out of that corner, I didn't know that was a doable line. I was always checking up and then doubling afterwards. So he's got some lines in his back pocket that I didn't know were doable. And we have a battle on our hands now. Finn is just kind of a little bit behind, so I am going to stick on Rax here. Can we get a helmet camera on the go? Oh, we can. Oh my god, that is so shaky. Oh god. Oh boys, I can't really see anything. You know what? We'll run it. We'll run it until they crash. There we go, we've got Rax right on the booty cheeks of Cam, or following each other into the same rut. I don't like it. I don't like it at all. Let's go back to track camera. Bosh, much smoother. And the question is, can Cam hold him off? Will he be able to stop the bleeding? Tyler has made mistakes. Tyler's lead has gone down to just under 5 seconds. Whether it's lappers, whether it's just a genuine mistake, I don't know. It's down to 3.4 seconds. Is Tyler messing up? Where is he? Oh, Tyler's gone. He's gone. Hang on. Right. Free roam. Free roam. Go, 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 go. Let's get back to this battle. Where are they? Up the hill. Here we go. Right. Rax right there. P3. Cam. P2. Davey. Lapper. Here we go. Right. Tyler's right here. Does that look like a free... Yeah, it's about a 3.4 second gap. So, yeah, Tyler goes across the line. Cam in that rut as well. Rax... It does look a little bit quicker. Finn there as well. Look, oh, this rut's starting to get a bit deep as well, isn't it? But again, because of that hard soil and because of that slower build-up of the road, it's not quite as jagged as it has been in the Supercross races so far this year. So these boys not really having to change line at all. I think this is going to be a completely different ball game next week when we find ourselves in the sand at Sardinia. And I'm very, very excited to watch that one, seeing these boys doubling and tripling their way through some sand rollers. But here we go. The gap does seem to have extended a little bit between Cam and Rax this time. And to be fair, it's a very similar gap between Rax and Finn as well. Oh, Tyler going down. Tyler's down. The lead has gone to Cam. I don't know, was that Sweaties or was that Rax that Tyler got into there? I have no idea. But now Cam finds himself in the P1 spot. Rax is in second place. Sweaty's in the line. Finn gets his way past Davey. Finn up to third. Tyler has gone from first to fourth in 1 lap. And that moves him from... I think he's still good enough for a second overall right now. It would be a 1-4. And it would be just behind... Oh, would it? Oh, the points are going to be so close. Because Cam is on I think a 3-1. I think Finn... Oh, Finn's down. Finn's handlebars clip the rut, so he's going to drop out of P3. That is going to promote Tyler up until that third spot. So we've now got Cam in the lead, Rex is in second, Tyler is in third, and Finn is in fourth. We got such good racing at the top end of this field. Really, really good racing. And actually, I'm scared to slip away from these boys. Cam having trouble with Ollie, trying to look for a clean way around him. He did have some issue with lappers in the first race by the looks of it. But I did want to say, looking back at around the P8 position, there's a freeway battle for P8 as well, but I kind of don't want to take my eyes off these leaders right now. Anything can happen, especially when there's lappers involved. Rack's now stuck behind Ollie as well. He's having to move to the outside line instead, stepping down this hill. Troy being very, very smart there. Troy went down, saw the leaders come in, didn't want to quickly pull out in front of him. He just waited for him to go by. Very heads-up riding. You love to see that. There's an experienced head on them shoulders. So what an exciting race we've got here. 0.4 seconds between these two. There is 8 minutes plus 2 to go. Who's it going to be? Who's going to choke first? I think in terms of raw pace, Rax definitely has it right now. I think it's because these boys seem to be taking the same lines as each other. I think it's just going to come down to consistency. Unless Rex has another line up his sleeve, if he can dive up the inside somewhere, maybe outbreak Cam, we'll see what happens. There we go, he goes to the middle. He should still be able to get this triple up the hill. That's exactly what I was saying earlier. These 450 boys can still get that even from the inside. And he pulled alongside Cam by doing it. He's got a better line around this corner, scrubs down the hill. How has he survived that? He literally landed sideways on them braking bumps. That's actually insane. So Rex finds himself up into the first position. He was down in, I think he was like fourth, fifth at the end of lap 2 or so. And it doesn't sound like a big gap, but it was, I want to say, about 15 seconds off the lead. So he's put in the work, he's been consistent, he's been fast, he's been smooth, and now Cam is in the driver's seat. Can he catch up? Rex going into that second to outside rut, Cam going all the way around the outside, both come up behind J Talon here, J Talon looking over the shoulder, pulling over to the side of the track again, very heads up lappers, we love to see that. What an exciting battle. What a good battle. Rex finished in 4th in Moto 1, so as it stands, Rex would be 4-1, I think Cam would be 3-2, Tyler would be 1-3, and Finn would be 2-4. So very, very close. These boys swapping and changing all over the place. Oh, Cam going down. His back wheel didn't quite make it into that rut. Tyler's now going to be putting the pressure on him. That gives Rex plenty of breathing room out in front. He's going to probably have around about a 3 or 4 second gap now, going into these last 6 minutes plus 2. Very heads-up lapping from J Talon again. You love to see it. And both of these boys taking the same lines. They might have been in a Discord call with each other whilst learning the track, kind of discussion lines with each other. And they've only got, I mean, and this timing might not have updated yet. It says it's about a 5-second gap, but I have a feeling once they cross the line right here, it's going to be much, much closer. And yes, for Rex to win the overall, Tyler would have to drop 1 more position. If Finn stays where he is and Tyler stays where he is, Tyler would still have the overall right now. Again, just getting that extra point from winning the first race is so, so beneficial. So, I mean, they're stabilising a little bit up here. Finn's a little bit further behind. Oh, actually, Finn might have crashed. Yeah, Finn's quite a ways further behind. So, looking down the field, we've got a battle right now between Breezy and Dan, by the looks of it, for 10th position. Let's go and have a view of that real quick. So Breezy's actually in front of Dan on the track. I think Breezy might just have a second or so of cuts. Going further down, Pumbaa and Pitt are also having a battle right here. There's actually wait, someone's got a hell of a lot of cuts here. I think it's Pitt's got so many cuts. Look how far up the track Pitt is compared to Pumbaa, and it says they're right on top of each other. Damn, okay, and they're all hang on, battle for P2 right now. Battle for P2. The 3 cameras aren't working. We've got to go and try and find them. Right, let's see where they are. There's Rax. That's your leader right there. He's got a little bit of a gap. Here's Cam and here is Tyler. So Tyler's reeled him in just a little bit. They are still trying to get past lappers this whole time. So there's always going to be a little bit of back and forth. Tyler moving Joe Rogan out of that rut. He said, oh, Tyler's still alive. That would have been a risky one if he went all the way down there. That would have been a huge time loss. But just like that, all the time that he gained in that last lap, just that one tiny mistake, going over the rut too much, is gone. And I don't want to blame Joe Rogan for anything there because they didn't get together, but it's just little things like having lappers in front of you or in a rut that you usually take that it just messes with your muscle memory, messes with your concentration, so just the tiniest things can lead to bigger mistakes, even if it's not directly affected by that lapper. So now Cam's got a little bit more breathing room now. Finn has dropped off a fair amount. He's about 9 seconds or so off the back of Lee's. be honest, I see Finn finishing in that position. We have to go way back, 45 seconds back. How was Aiden crashing in a straight line? I don't know, but we are going to rewind it and we're going to replay it because it's funny. Let's have a little watch. We'll go back in time. So what actually happened to Aiden right here? He just spawned out of nowhere. He just appeared and then he crashed. So there we go. Jake, even further down here. Jake's actually dropped a little bit. No, it's Logan that's dropped. So Aiden has made his way past Logan. Logan was in P5. Logan's now in P6. Aiden has found himself up into P5. Jake is now in P7. But there's big gaps. Like, there's almost 30 seconds between 4th and 5th. There's 10 seconds between 5th and 6th. Just massive changes going on all the time. Well, Logan did catch up with Aiden a little bit there after that mistake, but Aiden's still in a bit of no man's land. He's looking quite comfy on the track right now. Nothing too damaging going on with that crash. So if we work our way back, we've got Logan there in P6. We've got Jake in P7. We have got, where is P number 8? It's Big Breezy. He's like 20 seconds behind. Where is he? There he is. Breezy. We've got 3 Club MX triumphs inside the top 10, which is good to see. So Breezy's up there. JS7 and Ulmer right here having a little battle back and forth. They are battling for the 9th spot. We have got Pitt up here in 11th. We have got Dan and Jen. All 3 of these are for position right now. So these boys having a little bit of a battle for the 11th position right now. Dan going a little bit long on that finish because that the bike wasn't settled over them braking bumps, caused him to go a little bit wide as well. So right now, Holmes has done the maths for us. Thank you very much, Holmes. As it runs right now, Tyler would be your GP winner with a 1-3. Rex would come in second with a 4-1. Cam would come in third with a 3-2. And Finn would come in fourth with a 2-4. Thank you very much, Holmes, for keeping us up to date on that. So Dan finding his way down the hill. Oh, there's another lapper here, Vendrami. I want to say he might be from Brazil with BERL in his name. So the ping might be playing a factor here. Just things like that, getting crossed over by Dan. They probably weren't on the same place on each other's screen. But Dan's crash, he's got to try and get going again. That means he gives up a lot of positions. He gave up. Jen has absolutely shit-carted his way down the hill there, which gives positions to Victor and Jams. Then Victor's messed up. Jams has literally gained like 3-4 positions in the space of 2 corners. This is it. Just stay consistent, gamers. So that's going to move him from 15th up until, I think, about 12th place now after those mistakes. Vendrami still kind of setting it. He's now messed up and died, and he's taken Victor down with him, who has then taken Boy with him. So it's unfortunate when lappers crash and cause issues like that, but you know, I'm not the one getting messed up by it, so I really don't mind. So your race leader Rex, he has pulled out a very comfortable 10-second lead now on all these boys, but they are lapping up until the top 15, which is pretty gross. Cam still sat in the 2nd position, wearing the Santa hat with pride. Tyler in P3 right now. I can still see a world where Cam and Tyler switch positions before the end of this race. It's not a big gap, especially with all the lappers that are involved also. Finn is a little bit further back. It did say he was right on top of Tyler, but I don't know, again, might have been a mistake from himself, might have been a mistake due to some traffic on the track. That's one thing you have to consider. This is the first year that they have ever tried 40 riders on the same track as each other, and so many riders on the track, there's only so much room on the track as well. There's a lot of people to pass. You're bound to have 1 or 2 issues with different lappers. It is what it is. So Finn is still sat in that P4, comfortably in P4. These boys have 40 seconds. That is 40 seconds over Logan in P5. But I don't care about that. I'm very impressed with Logan's riding. He has always been a bubble rider in Supercross. What I mean by that is he's always either just scraping inside the top 18 on a Triple Crown night, or he's going through LCQs or barely going through heat races on normal nights. He definitely looks to be more of an outdoors rider to me. He's kept it upright, he's kept it on 2 wheels, nice and smooth and consistent, and that consistency has just promoted him up to P5 again after Aiden's mistake there. So these boys, this is as far as any of these are going to go. But a top 5 sounds a hell of a lot better than a 6th, so it's all still to play for on these last few laps here. The leaders seem to have spread themselves out a little bit, although Tyler and Finn are looking a little bit closer now, or is Finn crashed? No, I think Tyler's just got cuts. He must have, because that is not a 2-second gap, that is much bigger. So that's going to come into play at the end of the race. If Finn can get a little bit closer, he hasn't even got to make the pass, he can just kind of stay where he is without having to do anything. But yeah, them top boys are a little bit more spread out right now. Let's work our way through the pack further, so go past the P6. Is that the Jan I see? That is the Jan. Let's give Jan his 1 lap of fame in this race. What position's he in, actually? Let's go further down. The Jan is... He's in 23rd, so he's only just outside the points. That is not awful. Annoyingly, once you obviously get lapped, it says you're +1 lap down rather than the actual time difference. So I will have no clue whatsoever how far behind points he actually is. Although this is a position right in front of him. This is the battle for 22nd right now. Never mind, that's the battle for 21st. Cooper's a position as well. Never mind, it's the battle for 20th. This is the final points paying position, boys. Ollie has just absolutely knobbed it out of the top 20. So here we go, free rider battle for a singular point in this race. Can Troy go from a 34th in Moto 1 to a 20th in Moto 2 and get a point on the board? Oh, we picked a perfect time to pick up this battle. Lovely stuff. Let's actually go for the track cameras for this battle. Why not? We can't. It's still boofed. Never mind. We'll go back to the manual camera. Can he get it done on that G Fuel Yamaha just behind the? Is Reaper Doc's team still a thing? I know Reaper's changed team. I didn't know if he still had his own team. But then we've got Joe Rogan of RD Racing. We've got Cooper going past him. That's a very aggressive pass. I'll be honest, I feel like there was another 6 or 7 ruts to the right that Cooper could have made there, but he made it stick. And unfortunately for Joe, he got pushed out of the rut, went off the track, and that let Troy capitalise on that mistake as well. So we have got 2 laps to go in this race. Rax has made a mistake. He's now only got a 5-second lead, but that's still looking very comfortable. Finn has overtaken Tyler. Finn is ahead of Tyler on the track. Where are these boys? Where are these boys? Where are they? That's Dan. Keep going further up. Here's Cam in P2. There's Tyler in P3, and there's Finn in P4. So it is purely down to cuts right here. Finn hasn't got to make the pass. He just has to stay on the back of him. And with that one pass, the entire outcome on this GP has changed. If the positions finish in Finn in 3rd and Tyler in 4th, then Rax will win the overall of this race. That is a 4-1 compared to a 1-4. And compared to Finn's 2-3, compared to Cam's 3-2. These boys are going to be so close in the points going into round number 2. That is actually disgusting. So I want to see just how many cuts Tyler has when he goes across the line here, because the timing is showing a 3-second difference and Finn is behind him. So that's got to be about 4 seconds of cuts in total. So it's about 2.8... Yeah, it's about 3 seconds worth of cuts in total here for Tyler. So we go into the last lap. Rex has a 7-second lead. Cam has a 5-second lead over these two. But Finn just needs to be patient here. He just needs to play it smart. He hasn't got to make the pass. He just has to sit on his cheeks. I don't know if Finn plays with Max HUD, so I don't know if he'll be aware of this or if he just wants to try and make the pass regardless. If you're Tyler right now, that's not what you want. That's basically going to cement it. That is going to see Tyler go from 1st overall to, I believe, 3rd, maybe even 4th. We're going to have to get a look at these points at the very, very end. So not what he wanted at all. He went from a possible 1-1 on the day to a handful of mistakes in this second moto to find himself now down into P4. Not great whatsoever. But the only good news that he has, he's not really missing many points overall. Like I said, it's a 10-round series. This is round 1. It's 2 motos out of 20. To only even be like a point or 2 points down, it's really not the end of the world. In fact, he's probably tied for the lead still, isn't he? So that's crazy to think, that going from 1st in a moto to 4th and you're still tied in points. That just shows how good that moto win was in the first one. So we're going to come across the line very, very shortly. There's your race leader. He didn't do it from the beginning. He had a little bit of work to do at the start, but he pushed through. He's been fast, he's been consistent, got his way to the lead, and he never really looked back. He's going to finish with a 7.5 to 8 second or so second win here, and that is the man that's going to have the overall and a joint red plate going into round number 2. You'd love to see that. That means I've got more skins to download. Cam's going to bring it home after almost looping it out for P2. Can't be unhappy with that result. Jam's a little bit of a lapper right there. Where's Finn? Finn crashed. Tyler's back in front. I think Tyler's just taken P3. What did Finn do? What happened to Finn on that last lap? I want to try and rewind that and see what happened to him. That was a huge mistake. It's not even going to let me. It's not going to let me in time. Wow, okay. So on the very last lap, Finn went from taking Tyler off of the top step to Tyler now getting back on the top step. So Tyler will keep your red plate, the singular red plate holder, and there was only a 0.2 second difference after cuts. That is actually insane. So Rax was 1st, Cam was 2nd, Tyler was 3rd, Finn was 4th. We have to come up to here. Our P5 position should be coming up fairly soon. They are 50 seconds behind P4. That is disgusting. These top 4 are on a completely another level. So I think Aiden might lose this on cuts. Aiden's crossed the line in 5th. He gets it. No, Aiden finishes in 5th. Got to be happy with a top 5 on the day. Logan's got to be happy as well with a 6th. And then Jake's going to cross the line in 7th right there. So I think that is a 7-6 and then an 8-7 for the... no, sorry, a 7-5 and then an 8-7 for the twins. Got to be happy with that. And there's old Mikey working his way through. He found his way back through into the top 10. He's actually in 8th position right here going across the line. So a 5-8 on the day for Breezy. He's got to be happy with that result at the end of the day. And then the last man on the lead lap is going to be JS7. He's had a battle this race. He's been on the ground, he's been up again, he's been on the ground again. He finishes in P9 as he goes across the line. And then P10 was Pitt, the last person to get lapped. The fact that these leaders have lapped all the way up to P10, quite frankly, it's absolutely disgusting. But it was a good day's racing. That last moto, well, that second moto, I think, was definitely more exciting than the first. But both motos definitely had their action in there. Some really good racing all around. And hopefully you guys have enjoyed the live stream today. I hope you enjoyed the commentary. I know some of you are probably missing the fact that I wasn't racing. If I had to take a wild guess and put myself on that track today, I would be somewhere between these though. I wouldn't be up there with the top 4. I wouldn't be back here with 5th and below. I'd probably be like 30 to 40 seconds off the lead in that kind of no man's land. So it probably would have been a lot more boring than sitting here commentating it instead. I will quickly check the lap times. Thank you very much for reminding me. So the fastest lap of the race was Rax with a 1:45 flat on lap 7, with then a Cam with a 1:45.2, Finn on a 46.1, Tyler on a 46.2, and then Breezy on a 46.6 as well on lap 4. That's a really good lap for Breezy there. And then we kind of fall off a cliff after that. People, the time drops off by quite a lot. If we go to the analysis as well, and we try and find Mr. Rax, we'll have a look at that consistency. So we've got 47, 48, 45. That was his steamer. And then 48, 49, 45, 46, 45, 45, 46. This kind of period here, after he got into the lead, he kind of set sail. Like really, really impressive stuff. Stayed nice and consistent. Whereas if we try and find our boy Tyler, there's a 57 in there, there's a 53 in there, a couple of 51s. So not quite the consistency that we expect from him, but that doesn't matter at the end of the day. He comes out of it with the red plate still. Your last year's champion, doing it again this year. And I think we're in for a very exciting season. And you can also see, just to my left right there, 5 seconds of cuts. That was so close to being the difference between red plate or joint red plate in that race. Really, really close. And the Jan gets 20th place. He gets a point for the day. Lovely stuff. I'm sure all of you are very, very happy with that. Very happy with that indeed. So, yeah, not too shabby at all. I believe Finn crashed in the last sector, if I was a betting man. So he had 35, yeah, last sector. He lost about 7 seconds on his normal lap. So I don't know where that was. I apologise that the replay cameras were a little bit iffy at points. We'll see if I can improve upon that for next week. If worst case scenario, if not, we just go for some more free camera action. So thank you everybody for being here. I do appreciate it very, very much. Hopefully you have enjoyed the commentating stream. We'll be doing this every single Monday for this GP season. And I'm still doing Supercross races. Don't worry, you still get to see me be mid at Supercross. And then I'll also be racing the AMA Outdoors just so I can rock that #1 plate for the very last time. As you can tell, my voice is gone. I need to go now. I need to pack because I'm going back down home for 2 days. And then I'll be back business as normal on Friday's Supercross live stream. So have fun, everybody, in your NA stream later. And good night. Thank you very much. It's been fun. Until next time.